If you have not liked this, please like this, go and share this, because we're talking about pure commentator gold right here, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You're not going to get it nowhere else except one place, the Late Night Hype.
Are you ready for an unforgettable experience? Get ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's get hype.
Let's get hype.
Oh yeah.
I got a better intro.
What's going on, Dallas Cowboys universe, Cowboys Nation? The late night hype is back. Oh my goodness, we got a lot of news. 1 week and just everything happens. Y'all know we're going to give it to you. Are you ready? Here we go. Man, it's been 1 week since we did the last late night hype, and dog, everything has changed. I mean, what the hell, dog? This is crazy.
He sound like Minister Say said, tat, what the hell, man?
Come on, man. What up,
It's
though,
crazy.
y'all? It's crazy. As you would like to say, it's total pandemonium.
Could not believe it.
It's all good, though. Listen, y'all, a lot of news, a lot of notes, a lot of nuggets, so much to get to, and what better place to be than the late night hype?
Late night hype.
What's up,
Yeah.
everybody out there? What's going on, Big Game James, All Nation? What's up?
What's up, man? Just chilling, chilling like a villain. And as I said before, in the great immortal words of Chris Tucker, grand opening, grand closing with Gerald McCoy.
Well,
Oh my God.
that's something that's we will get there. We will get there, unfortunately. Man, I'm still trying to act like that ain't happening right now, but
Right.
Yeah.
but it did.
It was all a dream.
I used to read Word Up
I
magazine.
used to read Jerry Jones magazine.
Heavy D.
It was hyped to be here. Oh, by the way, real quick, I do need to address this. I know y'all probably like, whoa, wait. I thought you was Skywalker Still. Y'all reading this down there like that. I don't say Skywalker Still.
Oh yeah.
You know, for those that have been on the page since day one, I've been Skywalker. I am rebranding slightly, and I'll get more into it when I do my own show. But yes, I am now the Dallas Cowboys universe. But I'm still Skywalker Still. But let me tell you why it's Dallas Cowboys universe, man. It hit me. It's no longer just Cowboys Nation. We universal. We universal. That's why. So that's why.
Man, that's a dope name, man.
And plus, you know what I'm saying, a boy britches done got big. He said, I ain't no damn Sky. I'm universe, mother.
No. I'm still Sky. No. We still Sky. We still Sky.
You
We still Sky.
Dog, I might bite. I might say Law Universe now. You know?
Yeah.
Y'all universe.
Yeah, he already bid it. Yep, he bid it. And Blogging the Boys gonna get your ass when you bid it too.
Right.
Speaking of which,
Blogging the Boys gonna be like, hey, you see this
RJ
dude?
Ocho. Yeah, I said your damn name, RJ Ocho.
speaking of which, yo, I was
RJ
gonna wait.
Ocho.
I was gonna wait till after the Legends giveaway. Which, since we're on this, I'll segue into the Legends giveaway in a second. But before we get into all the notes and stuff, first of all, shout out to Cowboys Nation. Shout out to the Dallas Cowboys universe, right? You guys really defended my guy, our brother, not just Cowboy brother, but our brother, Law Nation this past weekend when Blogging the Boys and whomever the hell runs that place tried to throw shade at Law Nation. I was really upset about that. I know, Law, you for every right you had to be upset. But
Right.
I felt like, you attack Law of all people. Attack me. Right? Like
No,
attack me. I'm new here. But you
No,
attack
attack
the OG who does this thing the right way, who helps everybody in this game, who is a stand-up gentleman, a stand-up guy, and brings his own content to the nation. You don't need to bite nobody like that. Dog. It really was frustrating. And Big Game James, you came to his defense as well. Now there were some other things you wanted to do, but you
Hey,
go
we
ahead.
said it last night. Me and McCoy said it last night. We ain't got no shame in it. We see you in the streets. We just gonna see if you got that same energy and talk to you like, hey, you good? Because we remember what you said about Law. You good? And I best believe, I guarantee you, if it was all of us, he'd just keep on walking the other way like he ain't see us. You feel me? We ain't trying to be on no thuggery, but don't be disrespecting
Just
my
come
dog
from
Law.
behind. Come from behind that screen name,
That shield.
that shield. Yeah.
Well, you a coward because you scary because you know what it is. And here's my thing: when I first got into this media thing, Law was the first person that I started following, sharing all his videos. He was the first person I ever brought on an interview on my show when we were in the studio. So that's my dog for life, most utmost respect. And for somebody to attack him like that, let's just keep it real. Law hit us up on the early morning and was like, this is war.
Man, I woke up in the middle of the night.
You know what I'm saying? I got right up and went on that Twitter and went at him. And then I was like, so what you want to do, Law? Law's like, this is my name. I'm like, well, let's go.
Is my name.
And then everybody else, Botch, Okoye, Foots. I mean, everybody in the YouTube community was a beautiful thing. How we all loped up and banded together and said, not today, buddy.
I bet you he didn't expect that.
He didn't. Hey, did you ever see him talk?
No.
Right.
Did you see him get anybody's inbox?
No, he must thought all of this beard hair grow without testosterone. You know what I'm saying? This beard don't grow because I got estrogen. I remove all estrogen, whatever you call it. It's not even around me. So this beard grows because I got testosterone.
Nice.
And you can't mess with a man name. I would understand if he would have just hit me up in the inbox and said, you know what, dog, what you doing is kind of grimish, whatever it may be.
Whatever you thought.
That wouldn't even been cool. It would have came in and said a question, Law. That's how you should approach you. Like, hey man, what's going on with this? Let's talk about it. No way. And for you to call, I'm sorry, Scott, I just want to get this out.
Yeah.
For you to call him lame,
Ooh.
and then super lame,
and
then
kept
call
tagging him.
And then you tagged him 2 more times, and that's when I jumped there and said, stop atting him. Like, you being disrespectful. You hide behind blogging the boys, but you keep atting my dog.
Yeah.
He was
You're a coward.
Too, man. I said,
you're a yellow belly coward.
And people was like, well, you shouldn't respond like that.
Man, they can kiss my ass.
When I said I'll whoop that ass, no, don't you know? I don't have to lie to kick it. Oh, of course, shout out to your mama if you're watching the show, but my mama already know.
So there's people in the comments that don't know, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have no idea what the hell's going on.
I said he needs to stay in his lane anyways and mind his own business.
Hey.
It didn't take place anyways in the first place.
There you
Well, time out.
Off the top rope.
I'm out. When Booth ain't come on the mic,
It's serious.
something serious done happened.
It's serious. Booth ain't got it because she said stay in your lane.
So for those who don't know about what happened, I'll just real quick, we'll briefly describe it, and then we'll move forward. Blogging the Boys came out on Twitter and accused Law of stealing content, which was literally a list of acquisitions of the Cowboys departures and acquisitions the Cowboys had from John Machota, I believe.
Machado, yep.
Okay, go ahead, Law. We got you. And John Machado, whatever. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. And they tried to say he didn't give him credit for the list, but if they would have clicked the link on Instagram, the credit was given in the comment section. Not only given to Blogging the Boys, which it wasn't even theirs. It was also Machota he gave credit to. At the end of the day, it's a damn list. There's no graphics, no video production, no ideas. It was a list. And he disrespected the man in Law and called him lame and a thief. He kept calling him a thief, and it just got real disrespectful, and we couldn't sit by and let that happen. So Law handled it well, I believe. I mean, it could have been way worse, but he handled it well, and YouTube community handled it well. And Cowboys Nation, you guys came and defended him, so appreciate you guys. And yeah, so that's that. I just wanted to get that out since it came up. And shout out this Eduardo. Jeff Kavanaugh came out, and man, I got Jeff on this Sunday, by the way, and we're going to talk about it probably too. Just give him his props, give him his flowers. He's been on our show, he's been on your show, he's been on our show. Jeff, man, what a great dude for everything he does for everybody. He gave us our flowers. He gave Law his flowers, and then he went on his national, radio station 105 through the Fan and shouted all of us out. So
name drop. That's what I loved about him, because I know he did that on purpose. Yeah. So because remember how when we broke that story with Ioka, they were like silver and blue. We're like, what? Silver? No, say who did this? The late night high. You told me how they halfway gave it. your boy Kavanaugh did the right thing. He said, Law Nation, Big Game James, Skywalker Steel, Vach Lombardi. You feel me?
Yeah, man. Jeff's a good dude. Can't wait to kick it with him on Sunday.
Yeah,
So, y'all,
he's
that is what happened. That's that. We're going to wrap it up, all right? Let's move on to a whole bunch of news that dropped this past weekend. Now, the reason why Law disappeared, he's got some stuff going on at the house, some kind of maintenance, so he's just handling that. But we'll figure it out. We'll get it together. But
you the point guard. I still can,
yeah,
throw
for
the
sure.
alley-oop. I can still dunk.
Show. Got you. But you want to just dive right into the McCoy thing? Let's just go ahead and dive
we
right
got
into
to.
it. Let's just dive right into it. Listen, y'all, camp has started this past week. This is some shots of the first day of camp, and it was exciting.
So beautiful, man.
It was very exciting. I know you was hyped. We all were hyped. We were in in the chat just talking about everything and just excited to see the players, pictures, video footage, just some football, something that's not talking about COVID. And it was an exciting start, right? We had footage of CeeDee Lamb, Dak, Zeke, McCoy, Poe, the D-line. And then Monday came. First day of camp. The first day in pads. Monday came, and McCoy, we all thought at first he tore an ACL because that's what was being reported out there. It was a fear of a torn ACL, but if you don't know, he eventually ruptured his quad tendon. Am I saying that right?
Yeah.
Okay, he ruptured his quad tendon, and he is out for the rest of the season. It's unfortunate. So just kind of give your thoughts on McCoy before we move on to how we replace him. How do you feel about the whole situation for the man himself?
I'm super sick. Like I can't. I mean, I can move on, but it just hurts because here's the two reasons why it hurts so bad. Because even he just made a video and he's so upbeat. I mean, even when the situation, everything that has happened, being released and everything, he still has the upbeat. He still has the positive attitude. That is what I really wanted to be in this locker room. Not just in that locker room, but on the on-field teaching, putting the arm around the Tristan Hills and the Nelville Gallimores and not only teaching, but your playing ability. I just think that would have been such a godsend this year. Like I was really, because I think McCoy, I've been watching him since he was at Oklahoma because I'm a Texas guy. So I've been seeing him since then, and it's like from afar, it's kind of like, man, I've been waiting for this type of player to get with the Cowboys. And I think he wanted to be with the Cowboys for a while too. And the marriage finally happened, so we're like, yes. And then it to be snatched away from you just like that, it hurts. And I mean, we've seen his ability, Sky. We know what he does, 5 sacks a year since like 2012.
7 straight seasons.
For the on-field production. But I'm sorry, I just really can't underestimate what he really would have brought inside that locker room into the team, his infectious personality. You know how we have the Joe Looney on offense, how he's so infectious and how he keeps everything loose, and that's why we love a Joe Looney. Well, I think Gerald McCoy was that guy on the defense. And that's what hurt me the most out of this. Probably they say, yeah, we'll try to work. I just wish him the best, and Cowboys got to move on. The good thing about it is, Sky, is that they were smart and they covered themselves with depth. And now a Tristan Hill, who I said don't get rid of.
We'll get there. Hey, Law, do you want to explain to the people, because McCoy was cut, all right, and it kind of surprised us. I'm still surprised about it, but then when you hear kind of the reasons why, you understand a little bit. You want to explain to the nation, if they don't know why McCoy was cut or released on I believe it was an injury waiver.
Yeah, sometimes a contract is a binding agreement between two people, right? Two or more people, and his party or his team already agreed upon because he had pre-existing situations with his ruptured, I guess, a knee or a tendon of the
His
attachment
quad.
or whatever. Quad, I meant to say, yeah,
Yeah.
the quad. So he had pre-existing situations with that when he came through the pre-screening. So they sat down and they did the right business move. The business move would be, okay, in the event if this particular quad gets injured or ruptured or what have you, whatever happened, then we have rights or fair rules to release you. Now, on the flip side, the brother got $3 million per practice that he pretty much played in, because he only played and participated in what, 3 practices, right? So that's $1
Yeah.
million a practice. So I don't think that he's hurt for any money. I do know that some fan bases of the people will look at it and say, man, that's trash of the Cowboys to get rid of him while he was injured or what have you. But no, within the confines of his contract, it shows that in the event if he get injured for that particular reason, they have fair right to release him.
Yeah, and at first, again, like I said, I was shocked about it. I didn't know what was dirty, and that's why I actually hit up Pat. I said, hey, man, can you kind of give us the inside scoop on what's going, not even really the inside scoop, just tell me, is this because they just were saying, hey, he's old and we don't want nothing to do with him anymore, or is there something more? And then, like you said, those details started to come out and cleared the air a little bit, and there is apparently mutual interest for McCoy and for the Cowboys to come back in 2021, but honestly, that probably all depends on how Tristan Hill and Neville Gallimore do, right?
Yeah. And then on top of that, what they save is $6 to maybe $7 million
Over the rest of the contract.
over the life of the contract. So with that money, maybe you can entertain other veterans that's out there or other players that you would need to help this team get to the Super Bowl.
Well, I will say this right quick. It's not devastating, but it does hurt that McCoy did get hurt and released. But I'm gonna keep it real. As much as I love McCoy, if a Dante Poe would have got hurt like this, he's just now getting acclimated, that would have changed the whole makeup of all this. Because, see, the thing is, McCoy was the 3-tech. The good thing about it is you got a Tristan Hill's a 3-tech, and he can flex between the 3 and the 1. You got Tyrone Crawford who can play the 3. You got Neville Gallimore that can play the 3. You got the young rookie from, I believe, is it James Madison, that they really like. If he gets on the field, he can play that 3-tech. So they have some young bucks, and you can slide an Alden Smith in there. Okay, you get what I'm saying? You can slide an Everson Griffen depending on how you want to do your lineups and matchups. So that, if there's any consolation in it, the position that he played, there was more depth. Now, if you had a Dante Poe and that happened, I'm going to be a little more frustrated right now if that happened.
Well, if Dante Poe went down, I think people were screaming snacks anyway with McCoy going down. But if Poe went down, you have to get on the horn and go get snacks immediately.
Immediately.
Well, what do you think about snacks anyway, though? That's been a name that's been popping up in my chat for the minute that McCoy went down.
Why? Well, what's wrong with it? And people were like, he's a 1-tech. I know he's a damn 1-tech.
Yeah.
So what? He snacks Harrison.
Yeah.
Is that going to hurt the team, you guys? If you got Snacks Harrison and Dante Poe, are we going to be mad at that? No.
And he's a good run plug too. And then you got to think about it too. You don't wait for your car to run out of gas and say, hey, I need to get gas. You want to go ahead and make sure you prepare for the future. And if Snacks, they say he lived here locally, right? That's crazy. He's right here in town. So let's offer that man some more snacks and a cup of coffee and bring him on over here. Get your big butt over here.
I mean, I still wouldn't put it past this. This is going to sound funny for me. I would not put it past this front office to go get him. Because we've seen they want.
That's weird.
I know, right? Clinton-Dix, Randall Cobb, Gerald McCoy, Dante Poe. Like, in the years past, we weren't doing this. Robert Quinn, we weren't doing this. So it wouldn't shock me if a Snacks is brought in. I don't expect it because you already have your 1-tech and he is a 1-tech. And I think that's, if you listen to Steven, they're relying on Hill and they're relying on Gallimore. I'd be all for Gallimore and Hill to step up as your 3-techs, but we got to be careful, man. We got to be careful. They're bucks. We haven't seen them yet. We've seen Hill, but he still obviously has a lot to go here. But I do love what Tyrone Crawford said about Hill. He said up here is better. And to me, I've been saying it. Y'all know I've been saying it. It's never been a talent thing with Hill. Tristan Hill has the talent. Does he have the want-to? Does he have the drive? And we've literally heard Crawford and Coach say,
and Gallimore
that this man is hungry. That's what I want to hear. Were you hearing that last year? Wasn't Brandon Tucker saying that players in that front office, in the locker room, not feeling Hill, or we're not feeling Hill? So if Hill can step up, if Gallimore can step up, and those guys show promise, I don't think McCoy is coming back next year.
No, he's not. I don't feel like he is. I think, it's kind of one of those things where it's like the feel good. Hey, yeah, we'll revisit that next year, and then we'll see. It's kind of that feel good thing, but in reality, it's probably not going to happen. I'm really excited. I don't know about you guys, but I'm really excited about Tristan Hill. I made a video about him 4 months ago, and I said, don't let this man go. I'm excited about him. Just like you said, Skywalker, we've all been talking about it. It's been the mind. It's been the mind. If you get that mind together, there ain't never been a question of talent. And it frustrates me when I keep on hearing Cowboys fans like they want to just throw him away and call him a bust. He's not a bust on no damn talent. If you think he's a bust on talent, I don't know if you know football, man.
Yeah, man,
that will and determination is everything. But this is what I want to see, though. Just like when Travis Frederick went down in 2018, he was still on the sideline calling things like that, right? So I would love to see McCoy. I think that he can't go, huh?
No, he's
Can
cut.
they sign him as something? Maybe Skype something in or something?
Man, he gone. Hey, do you need me to quote some more minutes to you? He dead, man. He dead.
Well,
somebody got to
continue
like this. Hey, man, you stay here with him. We out.
No, but for all seriousness, for the folks out there, because somebody did say, can he stick around as that veteran leadership? That's what we thought before he was cut. He has literally been cut from the team. So if he's around, I mean, that would be a unique situation.
That'd be weird.
It'd be different. I'm sure he can still hit up Hill and Gallimore if he wanted to, and Poe and whatnot. But he is no longer a part of the Dallas Cowboys organization, which is strange. I mean, we were all excited about it.
Gosh, it hurts how he went from being like the darling of the team, like he could have been the media guy. Like Gerald McCoy could have been the media guy for the Cowboys this year, the guy that has the hot takes. Now we just have no takes.
Yeah. Dr. Phil says no need for snacks. Well, Phil Great, I should say. Dr. Phil Great. Says no need for snacks nor clowning. This team just needs chemistry. Then the only limits will be imagination. I'm
still taking snacks.
I would definitely get a snack for clowning.
I'm still getting snacks.
I'm greedy, dog. I want all the best players I can get for a reasonable price. Let's be real. Let's just be real.
That beer went down the wrong.
Oh, that's right.
Okay, no.
Beer went down the wrong pipe.
Hey, so
on the first 48.
First 48.
Finish
A
him.
fella by the name of Big Game James choked on his beer.
Last seen on the late night hype. The first 48. You got to put that music. That music be creepy, don't it?
Hey, and that voice. Hey, that man is good with that
witnesses.
voice too.
Last scene. They be just talking so slow with it.
He'd be like, is that the first 48? Is that the first 48 voice dude on there? That's him?
Hey, Boothang said 1,000 Ways to Die. That's a good one.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God. Did they get some bad deaths on 1,000 Ways to Die? Hey,
man, I don't believe half of them things.
I saw somebody die from a plastic fork. The little tip of the fork.
Mm-hmm.
They showed that on 1,000 Ways. I said, man,
I ain't gonna hold you. That show was lit.
I'm gonna get to heaven. I'm gonna be like, God, he took me out because of a plastic fork.
He said, hey, man, it's the easy way out, man. You could have died in a car accident.
Right,
Hey, yo, before we move on to the next segment here, I did want to bring up something that we didn't even push before the late night hype because so much was happening, man. We were just trying to, stay up to date on everything. But, Law, you kind of want to explain. We have a Legends giveaway, guys. This Legends giveaway, the timing is so perfect, man. And I meant to start with this at the top of the show because obviously we're kind of about 30 minutes in or what have you. So I wanted to start with this at the top of the show, but we do have a Legends giveaway for all that have been donating today. We will put your names in a drawing and go ahead, Law, and tell them what they are entering a drawing for.
Right. That's a seat back, man, from the old Texas Stadium. And this is a Legends giveaway, autograph signed memorabilia that you can put into your man cave, or you can have it as a conversational piece while you're sipping on your cup of coffee at the dinner table. And I'm talking about Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro, Hall of Famer,
Them is a
Drew
legend.
Hall of
Pearson.
Famer. Let's give a shout out to Drew Pearson. Our Drew Pearson finally made the Hall of Fame.
Finally. And he got it in the senior way. I don't care as long as he got in there.
He in there, man.
Right.
He in there, and I'm
he
happy.
He should have got in the Hall of Fame just when he did that draft speech.
Oh my goodness.
Facts.
Hey, so you had the ball. You had the person that threw the ball of what we call the Hail Mary, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the hall, but the person that received the ball was not in the hall. So you can't paint the picture without telling the two. So they should have put Drew Pearson in the hall. He belongs there.
Facts. I mean, when he retired, he was one of the all-time greats at receiver. And that's the problem is they waited so long.
They had Lynn Swann in there before Drew Pearson. Man, go to hell on.
Right.
Don't get me started. I got a whole lot of Steeler fans around here. But yeah, y'all, it's a seat back from the old Texas Stadium signed by Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro, and Drew freaking Pearson, man. So yeah, all donations from all across the channels, we will be throwing your names into the drawing. And on the next show, possibly on the next show, we'll be going ahead and doing that drawing live. So you'll see your name on there. And if you're picked by the wheel, you will be the winner of this here seat back from the old Texas Stadium signed by all these great legends of the Dallas Cowboys, man. Exciting stuff.
Indeed.
And this is one of a few things, right, Lo?
One of a few things. We got tons and tons of other things that we're going to be giving away this year. And think about it. This seat back is valued at over $400, right? So you can literally put $1 in as a donation to help elevate the nation, and you can get this seat back. You can get a $400, or beyond, because last I know is about these signature autographs that they become expensive and more expensive as the year go by. And on top of that, you guys see that number 74? That's why when me, Big Game, James, and Scott be talking about, hey, who's wearing number 74 out there, right? Right. Who got that number? They need to take that number off, Yeah. Shoot.
Indeed. Hey,
Mel Renfro, dog. Mel Renfro, Bob Lilly. These are the originators.
The originals.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Cowboys experience. I mean, if the weather was right and the news was right and the vibes were right, man, sometimes you guys would have been able to come out here and shake these guys, shake some of the hands around here for some legends, man. But
you can't do it now, and they got to do gloves.
Got to do gloves now.
Hey, Law, I know you were real excited though about the particular side of the team, and that's defense. Hell, I was too. We all been speculating this offseason about a hybrid, and our guy came out and pretty much said that we are going to be running a hybrid defense. Let's take a look at, or listen to, and a look at Jaylon Smith here.
What differences do you see with the defense this year as far as disguising and different looks? Can you take us through a little bit just how different this will be?
It's going to be a hybrid. It's going to be a hybrid where we can get to any type of scheme that we want to. It requires a lot of learning, a lot of attention to detail. But we got some smart guys that are willing to prepare the right way.
How different is your role in this defense?
Say it again.
How different is your role in this defense?
Just a lot more active. I'm going to be able to really showcase my versatility. So I'm really just thankful, man, for the opportunity.
Yeah, man. There you go. Finally, as Rock says, we get official word that we're going to have a hybrid defense, that he's going to be moving all over the place. And as you can see here in this clip, we'll run a few times. We saw some people standing up. I mean, what's your take on, I believe that was D-Law and Alden Smith both standing up.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm excited. It's funny because me and Okoye, we had a show last night, and me and Okoye were talking about this very thing, the same thing. We were talking about going to that 3-4, and Corey was mentioning that he thinks that the team will go to a 3-4 this year. And then you see it. And then we heard Mike McCarthy. I think you posted on your page as well, Sky, how he was talking about D-Law, how he compares him to Julius Peppers, getting him in the later stages of his career, and how Julius Peppers welcomed be able to stand up and be able to do some other things besides always putting his hand on the ground. Now, D-Law's going to still put his hand on the ground, but be able to give an option. And remember, I think, Sky, I think it was maybe like a month ago, me and you were talking about how we wanted to see D-Law stand up, so it shows an image of what you don't know what D-Law is going to do. You know when D-Law puts his hand in the ground, you know he's rushing the passer. Now you see a D-Law standing up, you don't know if he might drop. Guess what? Greg Ellis went to that 3-4. He balked at it, didn't want to do it. He came in, had a career high 10.5 sacks. So I think this is going to benefit the team because now you're going to see multiple looks. You're going to see disguises. You're going to see a quarterback come to the line of scrimmage, and he doesn't know what's going to happen. And that's what gets us excited, folks. Yeah.
Let me tell you what I love the most, though, about what I heard Mike McCarthy say in regards to D-Law standing up. And this is something that we don't ever hear something about Jason Garrett saying, right? He said, listen, we're going to give this thing a shot because exactly what we're saying, James, we think it gives the defense an advantage because you don't know. You know, it adds more into his wheelhouse. And he said, listen, though, if it don't work and it's best to put his hand in the dirt as a pass rusher, that's what we're going to do. I said, oh, my God, thank you. Because for years, we have seen this regime, the pass regime, trying to fit square pegs into round holes far too often. And just hitting their head against the wall constantly. And D-Law, listen, it's going to be a transition. I don't know if he's going to be great at it. I know he's a great rusher with his hand in the ground. I know his technique is amazing. That hop, chop, step he got going on is one of the best in the league. And we're hearing that we may possibly see more of that across the line because they said Jim Tom Sula taught that a lot in Washington. So we could see that being used from Alden Smith, from Anai, from D-Law, and possibly Gregory, and so forth. So, you know,
Griffen too.
Oh, and Griff, Griff got a nice. He got a nice one, kind of like that though.
Yeah. Hey,
added, yeah. But yeah, that's what excited me the most was that you know him saying, "Listen, we're going to try this out. If it doesn't work, we're going to do what's best for our player." You know, we need more of that. But go ahead, Law, your take on this whole thing, because I know you love it.
Well, my take on it is that, you know, when people look at the clip, I've seen some people say, hey, Law, that's a 5-yard penalty. Well, if they touch someone, yeah, it'll be a 5-yard. But I want people to look at it. You can look at one play, and there's 1,000 things you can pull from that one play. Meaning that, you guys remember that with the old administration, it took forever for them to do hurry up offenses and things like that, and it took them to maybe to the last fourth quarter to really get their tempo up. Well, with Mike McCarthy, remember we hated Aaron, dirty, get down Rodgers when he would do the hurry up offense and not allowing us to change our personnel. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm just trying to paint this bigger picture for everybody. When Dak Prescott was yelling out the play, of course he called him offsides or what have you. I'm thinking that this year you will see more of that, and you will see more of up-tempo type of style of play. Now, with the defensive side of the ball, yes, D-Law is athletic. I don't know what people think that he's not, but he is athletic.
Oh, my God,
and of course, Alden Smith, he's going to bring in a lot to the table. He looks like he juiced up in a good way. And when you look at that play again, they had AB, all version of AB playing on the outside. So we don't know what this defense is going to look like, but I can tell you the defense is going to be high-tempered and up-tempered, I meant to say, and also the offense. So this year is going to be special, Cowboy Nation. It is.
Hey, you know what you just said, Law, right quick? You know, one thing that I really, remember how we talked about the pace. Zach Martin said the pace is a lot different as far as practice. But you know, one thing when we watched the Green Bay Packers, one thing Aaron Rodgers was good at was, like, if they had 12 men on the field or anything like that, Aaron Rodgers was quick to hike the ball and get that penalty. So many times, I know this may sound weird I'm saying this, but so many times I would see the Cowboys when we would get a penalty where we could get them off sides and get a free play, and we would just sit there and wait and let them be able to get their man off the field and be able to get off and then we hike the ball. I'm like, man, hike the damn ball, man, get the damn penalty so we can get a touchdown. Hike the damn ball.
It happened one time last year, but that's only one time.
Once out of 75,000.
And we got a touchdown too. Michael Gallup.
I'm just saying, 1 out of 75,522. So now,
but that's on Travis.
Now we might see up tempo. Somebody running off the field, hike that damn ball, throw it deep.
I'm gonna be real with you about that one though. That is a Aaron Rodgers thing. That's not. I don't think that's Mike McCarthy. I mean, it may be Mike McCarthy in the sense that Aaron Rodgers said, "Hey, man, this is what works," and Mike said, "All right, go ahead, you can do what you want on that situation." But then it becomes a Mike McCarthy, Aaron Rodgers center thing. All of those guys have to be on the same page with that. And it wasn't really a Jason Garrett thing for that. It wasn't really a Dak thing or a Travis thing. It was all three of them. But if you really want to take advantage of that, your center has to hike the ball. You know what I'm saying? Like, your center has to go ahead, see it, and go. I think they were on the same page, and I think Aaron Rodgers perfected it. How many other quarterbacks did you see really do that?
I don't know, but hike the damn ball and let's get them. Let's get some penalties and throw it deep to CeeDee or somebody. CeeDee for TD. CeeDee for TD. CeeDee for TD.
Wow, man.
Oh my goodness.
I'm sorry. I like CeeDee.
The player I'm actually most excited about for this 3-4, man, and it's I thought it was going to be a pure 4, not a pure 4-3, but a more hands down. But I got a feeling it's going to be more standing up. Is this guy right here, man? Alden Smith. He's born for a 3-4 or a 3-4. Yes, he's born to play outside linebacker. He's born to stand up and have that momentum as opposed to putting his hand in the dirt. He can do it. Like, we've seen him put his hand in the dirt, but he is excellent pass rusher. And here's the scary thing, y'all. I'm talking about, hey, man, I just want to get 50% Alden Smith. I just want to get this.
Man, he about to be nasty.
Dog.
He about to be nasty, this guy. He about to eat.
When Zach Martin comes out, and Zach Martin says, dog, I have not seen a guy be able to move the way he moves. I will repeat that one more time. Zach Martin, future Hall of Famer, 5-time, 6-time All-Pro, said he is not went up against a guy in the league that can move like Alden Smith. Whoa. That's trouble.
Hey,
Cram.
When Brandon Tucker came to me and was training him, remember, we were talking back and forth, and when Brandon was like, listen, I'm trying to tell you, I know you're going to trip off of me. I know it's been 3 years, but this dude, right, he said, this dude looks like he has not left the field. And one of the things that Brandon really told me about Alden that really stands out to me is is that he said Alden Smith mental game was ridiculous, that he is really a smart football player, and I think that's what's really going to take him to another level as well, because he's a thinking man, and when you're thinking on that field and not just using your athletic ability, you become 10 times stronger, and I just think he's going to be an awesome addition. Let's get 10 sacks from you, Alden Smith.
Shoot, I ain't even really expecting 10, but if we get 10,
I'm taking 10.
You know what's crazy?
$10 holla.
You know what's crazy? We got this far, and we ain't even mentioned Everson Griffen in an extensive way here. Everson Griffen is on this team.
Everson Griffen, no blink.
He's on this team. This is crazy, y'all, because y'all know we've been champion for Everson Griffen for months. I mean, for months since I knew Everson. Well, I'm just saying for this offseason. I kept saying, listen, we love Randy. Hopefully he comes back. We love Alden, but he hasn't played in 5 years. We need somebody opposite of DeMarcus Lawrence who we can rely on to be here, to play, that is proven, that hasn't missed 5 years, that hasn't missed 2 years or what have you. And they finally did it. I talked about it earlier with saying, hey, you never know, we might get snacks because we went out and got all those players. I didn't even mention Everson Griffen. So Everson Griffen's here. And even with the loss of McCoy, I still think this defensive line has to be respected in the NFC East, because I know we got a lot of other defensive lines that are up there, but where would you kind of put this? You still think this defensive line is one of the top ones with Everson Griffen and no McCoy? Or you got to kind of knock us down some?
Yeah, we ain't knocking down. We going to the top. We going all the way up. Like Fat Joe said with Remy Ma, he said we going all the way up. Because think about it, Sky and Law. Think about this.
Mhm.
We lose a McCoy, right? You still got a Dante Poe. You still got a Tyrone Crawford who made his money at the 3-tech. Remember, he was up and coming guy back in the day from the 3-tech spot. D-Law. They say he going crazy. Alden Smith. You got Everson Griffen. You still got a Dorrance Armstrong Jr. who ain't even talked about. You know what I'm saying? And Lord, if I think Roger Goodell's looking at us and saying, you know what, I just don't want to get Randy Gregory. If I bring him to the Cowboys, they're gonna win the Super Bowl. And I don't know if they want to deal with that 6. I don't know if they want to deal with that 6. Let me go ahead and get Randy Gregory back on the team. And they're gonna go ahead and get 6. I don't know if I want to do that. Because if you get Randy Gregory back on that defense, we smacking fools.
Smacking them, blazing them at the same time. Hey, I'm just looking at it like this, Big Abe, James, and Sky. When you look at this collective body of team as it relates to the front four, we still ain't talking about Jaylon Smith and what LVE is going to do by them being able to just run free. They're going to be free. And by D-Law standing up, let me just paint this picture. D-Law standing up, right?
Yeah.
Jaylon Smith, he looks at LVE. LVE shifts to the middle of the field. Jaylon creeps down into the box, right? He gets right beside D-Law. The teams don't know whether or not is D-Law coming or he's going to drop back. Is Jaylon Smith blitzing off the edge? What we going to do now? And trust me, when you guys do your homework, Jaylon, even though, even post-injury, I still think that he can still get that speed enough to get around that edge and get to the quarterback.
We talk about this a lot. Jaylon moving forward is still top-notch. That's why I'm so glad they have him playing the will now, or the whatever you want to call it in his 3-4, because they can have him. He even said it. I can attack the ball. I can go sideline to sideline. Basically, he ain't got to think. He can just see it and go get it. And that's where he excels at, in my opinion. And you were on the money about having him rush because, he's so good at it. He's good. He was good at it in college. He was a rusher in high school. Like, he can rush the passer. It's all there. I'm sorry I don't have it for y'all, but if you go back and watch the State of the Union, I show the tape in college, the practice tape and the game tape. He rushes the passer, and it's not just I'm blitzing like Sean Lee up the middle. No, my man can dip. I ain't saying he got bend like a Randy Gregory, but he can dip, get under you. He can beat you with speed. He doesn't really have a bull rush, right? But I think with somebody like Mike Nolan and Jim Tom Sula, they're going to teach him, hey, we got to get you another move, a secondary move here, because we're going to be sending you a lot. His career high in blitzing was 63 or 68, I believe, 2 years ago. And for whatever reason, it dropped drastically last year. Could have had a lot to do with the injuries. Could have had a lot to do with the defensive line play being inconsistent. But they didn't blitz him as much, and he wasn't as successful. He didn't have as many sacks. Jaylon can get to the quarterback. He really gets to the quarterback. We kind of briefly touched on a guy that I want to bring up because – you brought up his name, Tyrone Crawford, as a possible replacement for Gerald McCoy. But, see, I thought that originally. I thought right away, you got to go with Tyrone Crawford. Like, how do you not go with Tyrone Crawford? He's a 3-tech. He was a 3-tech. He's better inside. It's proven. His stats in 2018, he had 4 or 5 sacks, and 4.5 of them came from the inside. From that defensive tackle. He's not a DE, really, in my opinion, unless he's a left DE, if anything, but he played on the right side. Here's the thing, though. Steven came out and said Gallimore and Hill are going to have the first go at it at 3-tech with Tyrone Crawford having the ability to slide in. With that being the case, I'm having a hard time seeing where he really fits on the field. I get off the field in the locker room, he is an amazing leader, and he's that guy. He's a dog. But on the field, if we're going to be more hybrid guys, James and Law, where does a guy like Tyrone Crawford fit in he's definitely not standing up. There's no way. Right?
He's not standing up.
Tell me, Nation. Y'all tell me in the chat, too.
You told, here's the thing, though. If we go into a Deacon defense, or let's say we go 3 down linemen, you can slow the slide of Tyrone Crawford in that middle. You shown the highlights that he's played that 1-tech position when they go into a 4-2, a 4-2-5, that Deacon defense that they like to play. You can slide him inside. I get what you're saying, but we ain't seen Hill. I love his potential, but we ain't seen Hill. I love Gallimore.
But that's who they're going with, James.
That's what they're saying. No, they ain't saying that they're saying that those guys are going to have to step up. But they didn't keep a Tyrone Crawford that's still at $9.9 million a year for him to just be sitting on the bench watching Neville Gallimore and Tristan Hill get all that work.
Stephen Jones said we're going with Hill and Gallimore with the ability of Tyron to slide in if need be. And you saw it today. All the reports had Hill. Hill was the number 1 3-tech today. But you did bring something up. You said, well, so you're saying if Hill is bad, then yes, you slide Tyron in there. If Gallimore is bad, yes, you slide Tyron in there. But I'm just saying they're going with the young guys right now. But you brought something up about the Deacon defense. I look at it this way. If we go to a pure 3-4 law, can't he play the 5-tech?
I really think that are you talking about Crawford?
Crawford.
Yeah, I think that he can play anywhere on that line. Now, as far as the production that you will want to get, it may be some hiccups there. But I think that also Stephen Jones is still a salesman, right? I mean, he got to pump up one of these guys. I don't know if they probably be propositioned to maybe trade or move on from one of these guys. So it could be a situation. I don't know. These guys are salesmen. They salesmen.
Shouldn't be trading nobody right now, man.
No, they are salesmen. So, but still, a new broom can sweep the floor, but that old broom can get the corners. So Tyrone Crawford is that old broom.
A couple guys in the chat though, like Jay Farm and the Guru, they're saying, Tyron's he's not a big guy anymore. He's a small guy to be taking on a lot of pounding at 3-tech.
285?
285 small to be going to be full-time 3-tech. You usually want your 3-tech
what was
to be
Rat? What was J Rat? What was J Rat?
Let's not disrespect J Rat now.
What was his weight though?
290. But it was a different. See, you can have different. You can have two that are 290, but they're different sizes of 290s. So Ratliff was built for that. But you got to look at Crawford was still. Here's the thing: Crawford has played 3-tech many of years. So even though he got leaner, he still can handle. I believe he can handle that bruteness. What did they call Tyrone Crawford? The Butcher. He plays all multiple positions. If they didn't think they felt Tyrone Crawford was a guy that they wanted to keep, they would have got rid of him a long time ago. Tyrone Crawford's going to play a lot of defense.
I don't want you to get it twisted. No one's saying that they don't want to keep Crawford. My question is, if Tyrone Crawford, because I think we're forgetting, we're kind of ignoring what I said earlier. They are literally saying the young guys are the 3-techs. Hill.
I mean, I hear what they're saying, but that like you said, my opinion. They say a lot of things. Stephen Jones says a lot of things that ain't true. So
I mean, but it was true. Tristan Hill was the starter at 3-tech. Tyron's healthy.
Dog, that's 2 days, dog. That's 2 days.
then come out and just say this. Then come out and say this. You don't think Tristan Hill is going to be able to be the starting 3-tech? You think Tyrone Crawford is going to beat him out?
Yes, I do.
Then say that, because the question that I put.
Can't sell that.
The question. Why couldn't Stephen Jones just come out and say, hey, we're going to go with a veteran guy, Tyrone Crawford, and we're going to see what the young guys can do. Why can't he say? What is wrong with that?
Because everybody in Dallas Cowboys land going to say
what?
Yep, I told you Tristan Hill's a bust.
How?
Well, or the flip side of it, Scott, would be this right here. Crawford is just given the position. He's not even fighting for it. The guy got 2 bad hips. So you mean to tell me a guy with 2 bad hips going to beat out these young boys or young bulls? So that's why Stephen Jones trying to invest. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm just saying Stephen Jones still a salesman at the end of the day. He got to say to them guys, he got to say to the Hill guy that, hey, this is a fight for you and Gallimore, right?
So is Stephen Jones running the starting lineups now? I'm serious question.
He's the man.
Wow.
I mean, we talked about Jerry Jones.
Now we just took we just collectively took 3 steps backwards. We just collectively took 3 steps backwards. You just sat here and told me Stephen Jones is running the starting lineups.
Hey,
man.
So McCarthy don't got this power that we thought then.
I'm just saying, dog. I'm telling you, Crawford's gonna play a lot in this system.
No one is saying. You know what? I give up. Give up. That was not my question.
You keep on talking about Tyrone.
My question is literally, where does Tyrone Crawford fit If he's not the starting 3 tech.
If they start 4 down linemen, Tyrone Crawford is starting. You ain't got to like it. That's what's going to happen.
You got to listen. You keep switching the damn question, dog. The question was, if he's not the starting 3 tech, where does Crawford fit? It's simple. I'm just asking y'all where y'all think he fits if he's not the starting 3 tech.
I told you he's going to be the starting 3 tech.
All right, let's move on. Clearly, you don't want to answer the damn question.
I told you the damn
question. Thank you, Law. Thank you, Law. Please answer the question. You didn't answer, but go ahead, Law.
I did.
No, you didn't.
Give me the question. Give me the question
again. If Tyrone Crawford is not the starting 3 tech, as Stephen Jones is saying, that's what we're talking. It's conversation, fam. If he's not the starting 3 tech, where does Tyrone Crawford fit in the defense? Is it a 5 tech on a 3-4? Is it a rotational right defensive end? Where does he fit?
He's a 5 tech and a 3-4.
5. I was gonna say 5. 5 tech on the 3-4.
Damn, that wasn't that hard.
Man, hush your ass.
It wasn't that hard. This is what happens when you get old school versus new school.
Yeah, it's gonna be that every goddamn day.
You get old school. They don't want to hear nothing. They don't want to hear what the new school got to say.
Let the nation speak.
Know every damn thing.
What the people in the chat say.
I ain't about knowing every damn thing. I had a question. You ignored it.
I don't give a hell what you're talking about.
What the people in the chat said about it. Then where do they see Crawford?
One is saying he's a utility player. Another is saying he's too small to stay inside. Somebody called him a edge rusher. Tristan Hill better show his worth. Hill is suspect. Hill's still a baby. Crawford 6'4". Somebody said he's 6'4", 298. He's smaller than last year.
We got to do, Scott. We got to go back and I probably have to do some more homework and see how many sacks Crawford really got shooting from the inside.
I did.
I think majority of them came from the outside, right? Twist stunts and you get around.
No.
Where'd they come from?
4 of his 5 sacks came at defensive tackle. They came on a lot of them came on games with DeMarcus Lawrence. But they all came from the inside. Most of them. He got one. I think he got one against Washington in 2018, where he pretty much he pushed into the from the edge until I think it was not Keenum, Alex Smith maybe. I think might have been the quarterback, but it wasn't this impressive rush. He just got there. He's not a right defensive end to me. He's more of a left defensive end that's on the right side. That was forced there because you got a guy like Rob Marinelli who is just, I want orphan type dudes. And finally, it took. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, can he bring in more sauce than what McClain brought us? That's all I'm asking.
McClain, you mean Terrell McClain?
No. The other guy. He going to the Raiders land. What's his name?
Collins.
Collins. Yeah, I'm sorry. Shit.
Collins was a top 3 tech last year in regards to pass rush. Not stopping the run. Pass rush, I believe he was top 10 in pass rush win percentage. So, can Crawford do that? I don't know, man. Them hips don't lie. Who you calling? You calling me a bum?
Huh?
Who you calling a bum in the chat? I see
you.
Oh,
come on now, don't do that, Scott. You know
I don't know, dog.
Don't you ever do that. I love you. Like that.
I'm just saying.
I will never ever disrespect you like that. This dude in here was saying, "Yeah, you gotta replace Dick James." I'm calling him a bum and shut the hell up.
Who's that?
Whoever the hell his name is, Brian.
I love
Don't
that we have different.
Say that ever again in your life, Sky.
Hey, dog, gotta make sure.
I love the different opinions because that's what makes us unique. That's what makes us like people.
We gonna bang though.
Look, you should keep your thought and he should keep his. Yeah, hey, we don't have no production meeting saying, hey, on this topic we're gonna disagree about this and we're gonna agree about that. You know.
Hey, another person that came to the podium I wanted to talk about was Clinton-Dix because we had McCarthy come out and say he's impressed with him. Y'all know how I feel about Clinton-Dix. I think he can be a really good free safety for this team. And really, he was a turnover machine when he had some pass rush in front of him in Green Bay. But shit, he went to Washington and, that went away. But we were talking to Vach about Clinton-Dix, and he said that basically the Bears ran 2 basically free safeties last year. So I think he'll be used to playing with a free safety next to him and Xavier Woods. How y'all think HaHa can do in this type of defense, this hybrid thing here? I'm excited to see him because I think he can cover.
Yeah, Man, sideline to sideline. I think that with the experience aspect of it, and if the front four do what they got to do, I think that these free safeties play, or the safety play, the defensive back play, will have the best season of their lives because the front has been so occupied. If they can win their one-on-ones, it's been so many games where I'll look at it and say, man, if Collins will only win, or if when they kick Hyder in, if he will only beat his one guy, and on the opposite side, of course, Woods, if he only beat his one guy, now I'm thinking that Woods going to be fresher because we got a Poe, and whatever we do with the Hill and the Neville Gallimore, I think that those guys supposedly can find a way or figure out a way to beat their one-on-ones, and I think the safeties will be able to corner in or be able to pick the ball off as necessary.
How you feeling about Clinton-Dix, James, and Woods, really?
Yeah.
Well, I think we talked about it, I think, earlier today. The thing is, how we were talking about Woods, like this might be what he is. Now I'm kind of sitting there thinking, like, man, was it really that coaching? You get what I'm saying?
I thought you was about to say something about him.
You know what I'm saying? Was it really that coaching? Because Cheeto hasn't been a bad player Cheeto hasn't been a bad player in Dallas. Can we say that? He hasn't been bad. We know he don't turn his head around, but he's been right there. I think Cheeto is really going to have a good year, and I think Woods and Dix, I think they're going to really coincide with each other. Dix, remember, he had career years under Mike McCarthy. So I don't know if he's going to have a career year, but I think he's going to be a steady force for the Dallas Cowboys because, as he said, one of the first things when he had his interview is, I love being here because I have a relationship with Mike McCarthy. And I think that's going to be huge because you're coming in and you already know the mind frame and the mindset of this player.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think having McCarthy, I think that's why he's here, honestly. He probably could have went anywhere else, but he came here because he had Mike McCarthy, and I think he knew there was going to be a change in defense. I don't think the Bears' defense was an aggressive. I could be wrong. This ain't talking Bears, as they like to say on the mothership, but I don't think they were an aggressive defense. They had some aggressive players, like what's the cat's name in the interior? Damn, he was like a Pro Bowler. I forget his name, big dude. And then obviously Khalil Mack, Nathan, was it Trevathan? At linebacker before he got hurt. They had some really good guys in the front seven, but I don't think they played aggressively like we'll see Mike Nolan and Jim Tomsula do. And I'm telling you, man, I actually went back and had to look to make sure I wasn't just saying this, ignorantly. When Clinton-Dix has a pass rush in front of him, he had between 2016 and 2018, he had 11 interceptions.
Wow.
11 interceptions. I don't think there's a guy in the 3-year combination that had 11 in her 5-year, the career. I don't think there's a guy in a career that had 11 interceptions on this team in the last, and maybe Brandon Carr. That's it.
Used Carr. Now I don't even think he got that many interceptions, but
he might.
It might, but
he was getting a lot at first.
Hakeem Hicks, thank you. Kansas City.
Hakeem Hicks is what they're talking
about.
Hicks,
yeah, that's the guy.
Yeah,
I like him. I wanted him, man.
Yeah. And everything that I believe Eddie did, like the Robinson kid, the Eddie Robinson, the safety over there in Chicagoland.
Jackson.
Eddie Jackson. Eddie Robinson. Pour my mind everywhere. Man, Eddie Jackson, man, the safety, man.
That's because me and James had you over there trying to play referee.
right. I'm thinking about the coach, man. Eddie Robinson, like, oh, it's Gremlin. But Eddie Jackson, everything that he did made it comfortable for them to just say, okay, we're not going to hold on to Clinton-Dix for any longer because this kid is playing out of his mind.
Well, it was only a 1-year deal. Is so interesting because he hasn't been a bad safety. Like, I think people get this wrong impression of Clinton-Dix because he's been on 3 different teams in the last 3 seasons. He hasn't been bad at either spot. Now, Washington, I think we can kind of get – that was like, 8 games?
Right.
It was Washington.
Think about it. It's Washington. And think about it. Since even when he went over to Washington and Chicago, he played damn near 90% of the snaps in each organization. So it wasn't like he went
come
over
off the
there
field.
and played a little bit. He was the man over there in each organization.
Yeah, he don't come off the field, man. He don't come off the field. Here's another guy that I love to talk about, man. And where's our guy? Where's my guy Wink? You know what? We're gonna take this call. We're gonna take
He
a
gave me a
call.
$5 holler yesterday, and I appreciate him.
We got to get Wink in here because he comes at Jarwin, but we'll talk about that after this, man. Let's get somebody on the line. 908, what's up, 908? You on the line?
Yes, sir. I've been sitting here, Eagles Nation and Handball Nation. What's good, man?
Eagle
Good,
Nation?
bro.
Yes, sir.
Eagle have they have a nation?
Right.
But no, what's good though? What's good?
What up,
Hey,
though?
we appreciate
You
you.
good.
I just got a question for y'all. You know, it's nothing. It's just a good question because I don't know all your names, but the one with the Dallas hat, not Law Nation, but I remember him saying a few weeks back something like, "Whereas though you need the big boys up front to generate pressure for it to be a successful defense, right?"
Yep.
And that is true. And I just have a question with the loss of Gerald McCoy, right? Because I'm gonna reel it all back. I watched that Packers versus Cowboys game when y'all had lost to them in the playoffs. It just on the TV, and I watched that game, and I remember just watching it. I'm like, yo, Dak Prescott, didn't lose this game. It was the defense. So my thing is this: now I know everybody's optimistic about your defense, but in regards to Dak Prescott, how will he be viewed if y'all defense stink it up and he put up the numbers again? How would that be fair if they try to franchise him again? I just got a question on that note because there's no way your offense is going to be bad this year. Like, it's impossible. Like, as much as anybody would like to say whatever, your offense is going to be good. The question is the other side of the ball, and I just wonder if should he still get blamed for a bad defense? Because we witnessed teams like the Steelers when they had AB, Le'Veon Bell, Juju Smith, and we witnessed teams like the Falcons with crazy weapons. And I wonder if he's going to get that same kind of leeway with that in that situation.
Simple answer: no, he will not. This is Dallas.
He don't get no leeway.
It's Dallas. It's Dak. Ain't a chance in the hell he's gonna get a lead if the defense stinks it up. But Dak has to still pull it through. That's the thing. Like, one of the things that I want to see Dak do more often is, regardless if the defense is playing bad, if it's a close game in the fourth, pull it through again. You did it before your first 3 years. Last year, that's why I believe it was an anomaly, because I've seen him do it. For 3 years, I've seen him do it. So, it really is no excuse. Like you said, the offense is plush. Now, if the defense is giving up 30 points, I mean, you're not going to win a lot of those games, man.
Yeah, man. That's a good call from Philly land, man. Hey.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, that's a real good objective call. I guess speaking from both sides of the situation. And of course, defense do win championships, and if Dak Prescott had the Legion of boom, maybe we would have seen something like him going all the way to the Super Bowl. But you're right. If you create pressure from the inside, that helps out everything else. Your linebackers play better. Maybe, just maybe, your safety will play better. Maybe that last pass that Cook caught on Byron get down Jones, maybe Byron is there for that half step and is picked off opposed to being caught. And, the defense, that's where you got to focus at in the interior. I agree.
We got 682 on the line. 682, what's up?
Hey, how y'all doing, man?
We good, brother.
Good.
All right, I got a question about the offense. So, like, how the players say, like, the offense going to be, like, the same. So, like, when it comes to, like, the teams, like, looking at their old film, do you think, like, how can I say it? Like, the offense is going to be, like, it's going to be looked at the same, like you did last year, like.
So you want to know if our offense is going to be predictable, or are we going to be more versatile?
Yeah, it's going to be like more predictable.
Okay, we'll answer that. Appreciate you calling in, brother.
Yeah.
Good call, though.
Do we think I personally do not see if that happens. That shit happens again, dog. Under Kellen and under Mike McCarthy, I will be pissed. But how can you be that predictable now when you got, I'm going to say 3 added weapons? Well, these other 2 are only on the team. Okay, CeeDee Lamb's the obvious added weapon. Here are the 2 other added weapons. Blake Jarwin, Tony Pollard. I have to include them because I have to believe that they will be utilized more. Those 3 players, in my opinion, have to allow this offense to be unpredictable because you can do so many things with them. But I'll digress.
Man, James, man, what you got on this offense, man? It's no way it could be the same that it was before.
I mean, let's be honest. You know, daggone well, this offense is not going to be the damn thing for the last few years that we've seen. We just heard Mike McCarthy said, "I got 3 number ones." You know what I'm saying? He said, let me tell you right now, Michael Gallup ain't a number 2. He's a number 1. CeeDee Lamb's. I got 3 number 1s. I got a Ezekiel Elliott. I got a Blake Jarwin. I got a Tony Pollard who I'm sending out on the outside and who's going deep on passes, who can play running back and receiver. Do we really think that this is going to be a same boring? It wasn't even. And here's the thing. Last year, we was one of the top offenses last year, but it seem boring. It just me. It seemed boring. Like
it was boring, Jay. You know it.
Like, damn, we the number 1 offense. This seemed boring as shit. Like, this seemed basic as hell. How are we number 1? But I just feel like the quicker tempo with Mike McCarthy, he's going to incorporate Ezekiel Elliott in the passing game. Ezekiel Elliott even said that, we've been doing a lot more. I've been working on my hands. I've been working on a lot more things in the passing game. And I think you're going to see a lot of that incorporated with Mike McCarthy. He's going to have a quicker tempo with this Cowboys. And what did we say? What did Jesse Holly say when he came on our show, Sky? Out even quicker, and I think that's what's going to be a real mainstay in our offense, because like I said, if you've seen Green Bay's offenses, they were quick tempo. They were always quick, and I think that's what you're going to see, the pace of the game that's going to go a lot quicker on this offense. I think it might be a lot more no huddle too.
That's where Dak Prescott excelled a lot in his first 4 years, was in the no huddle. And it's so crazy because when we were struggling on offense and in the last 2 minutes of the game or of the half, we picked it up. Guess what? Our offense started moving the damn ball. Just do what works, man. Again, stop trying to just do stuff to be arrogant or be, stubborn, and just do what works. And they didn't do that last year, in my opinion. Enough, at least.
Play to Dak Prescott's strengths, man, and not try to make him to something that he's not. Even when you go all the way back to the Senior Bowl when he played that game, he was just going through his progressions, just throwing the ball to the right person and the right receiver. I think that he plays better in those type of moments instead of having to go to the line, change the plays, make sure the protection is there, slide this guy there, slide this guy that way, and this sort of thing. Let this guy play comfortable and let him play that style of football. And I think that Mike McCarthy can identify that and put it out there for him.
So I think about him saying that, Michael Gallup's the number 1 receiver.
He is.
Hey, you heard Mike Gallup say, he said, I ain't going to never say that. He said, I ain't going to never say it, but I'm going to be.
Hey, listen, I it's our coach, if you say it, hey, you say it, but I gotta see it. That's all I'm saying. I think Michael Gallup is a fine number 2 wide receiver right now.
All right, Gallup on the Miami Dolphins. Where you gonna put him at?
Hold on. I like Gallup.
I think he still would be a
I
strong
like
number
Devontae
2.
Parker. Devontae Parker and Gallup ain't that much different.
Here's the
Gallup
thing.
on the Bills. Where you have him at? Gallup on the
He's not better than Diggs.
Oh yeah, I forgot Diggs there.
So you had
Well,
Randy
I can't wait to
Moss,
see Diggs and see what he's gonna do.
Jake
Go ahead.
Reed.
Go ahead. Who?
You had Randy Moss, you had Chris Carter, you had Jake Reed. Was Randy Moss
You
took
right.
over and being number 1, right?
You're right. Yeah, that's a good point.
So Chris Carter was a great number 2. You don't feel bad at Chris Carter being a number 2, killing folks.
Well, he
you?
was number 1 before Moss, but yeah.
You're right.
Yeah,
I'm just saying he became like a 1A.
Is Michael Gallup a 1? I think he a 1. Yeah, maybe a 1B or whatever you call it, right? 1A, 1B.
Right.
I don't think he's the number 1 on this team, but he's basically saying is he a number 1? Like he has number 1 traits. You know what? If you get Michael Gallup in an offense that gives him number 1 targets, I think he will put up number 1 numbers. So who the hell am I? I'm just a fan. But I just need to see him be able to step up more, because when the true number 1 went out, did y'all see a number 1 in Michael Gallup?
Nah.
Okay.
Well,
Look, we got.
I wouldn't want my second-year wide receiver to do that, but I feel what you're saying though. I just feel like.
I mean, I saw Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah.
second year snap. But
Oh, I forgot
first
to say
year. That
this.
was his
I
first
see
year.
some
Never mind.
people in the chat say, well, Gallup is better than Diggs. Diggs' numbers were not compared to Gallup. Gallup numbers are better than Diggs last year's numbers.
I don't
I
care.
get you with numbers.
I don't care.
He is not better than Diggs. Okay, so let's stop that.
Nah. I like Gallup, man, but I'm not being a homer here.
Not better than Diggs.
Diggs has better hands, way better hands. He's a way better route runner.
Great route.
His contested catches, if you want to call him even, sure, but I mean, I'm not doing that yet, dog.
Is Diggs lining up on the outside or the inside? Because
Everywhere.
Thielen line up on the outside, right?
He can line up everywhere, dog.
Okay.
Diggs got Trayvon. Diggs got his brother better for us. You feel what I'm saying? Diggs got his brother better for us. Thank you, Diggs, for getting your brother better for us, because he's gonna be nasty this year because you. Thank you, Stephen.
Stephen.
Whatever you have.
I don't know what it is either. I'll get both of their names messed up.
Right. Stephen.
Hey, 704. What's up, 704? You on the line?
Red 32. Red 32. Josh
Normal.
He said,
you already know what it is, man. It's your boy, Dak Prescott.
What's up, Dak Tat?
I can't call it, man. Look, ain't that crazy how McCoy already out of there, man?
Yeah.
It's
But
surreal.
I got the solution, man. I got the solution. I know what to do. I know how to fix this thing.
Okay.
It's one person out there that can fix this thing. Stick him right in the center. That's Law Nation's beard. Nobody's running through that thing. You understand me?
That's 3 sacks a game, fam.
Automatic. But, man, I just came to top it up with y'all right quick, hear what y'all had to say. Give my shout-outs, man. Uncle Charles, how you feeling, baby?
Onk in the building.
Watch. You already know. But, yeah, man, talk to me. I just want to top it up with y'all. I ain't really had nothing specific to hit on. I just wanted to show my love.
Appreciate you, bro. All the time calling in, man. And you always in these chats talking it up and keeping it real in there, man. Appreciate you.
You already know, man. I got to hold it down for the fam.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
sir.
Man. Really appreciate you.
For life.
My dog. I'm going to get some other callers in here, bro.
For sure.
Hey, 347. What it is, what it do?
Hey guys, how y'all doing?
How you doing, brother?
Brother Prince on the line.
The Prince?
Yeah, man. So, yeah, I'm just piggybacking on what everybody else said. You know, it's unfortunate about McCoy. You know, it's kind of next man up. That man is probably going to be Crawford. I don't know how you guys feel, but I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
I'm totally all right with that. Gallimore is a rookie. Hill is a second-year man. So we're going to bring them along, you know, but you kind of got to look at it like a three-headed monster on the inside, you know, with those three guys. But I think the solution for that loss on defense is going to be more offense. When the last Cowboy game that I went to back in 2018, I'm from New York, and so I went to that last game when the Cowboys played the Giants. And you remember in that game, Zeke didn't play. Rod Smith was the starter.
Yeah.
And I don't know, but he never really did anything for us. He made a couple of plays, I guess.
That game
Actually,
he went off.
He made one play against the Giants, I remember, in 2017, I think it was. But anyhow, they stopped using him. They stopped trying to run. He wasn't effective running the ball, and so they were passing on every down. Like you said, no huddle. You know, we got off to a big lead, then we came back. Then, you know, at the end, Dak made that great play, that great pass probably his best pass of his career, or one of the best passes of his career, in the back of the end zone to Beasley. The point I'm trying to make is that, you know, we sped up the offense, you know, by going no huddle, and we just started attacking, you know, downfield, and that's what we're going to have to do.
Yeah,
we're going to have to attack with our passing game, attack downfield. You know, instead of Beasley, now we got CeeDee Lamb. I mean, that guy catches everything.
Instead of Cobb, we got CeeDee Lamb.
Everything.
Yeah.
Huh?
Instead of Cobb, we got CeeDee Lamb.
Instead of, you know, true. Instead of Cobb, we got CeeDee Lamb. So instead of Beasley, we got Cobb. Instead of Cobb, we have CeeDee Lamb. Right. So yeah, this guy, he's gonna be great, you know. And so that's my solution. That's what we're gonna do to solve this unfortunate injury on defense. We're gonna have to, you know, become Team 40 Burger. And so, yeah, that's what I think is going to happen for this season. I'm looking forward to it, and thanks for having me on, guys.
Appreciate you, brother.
You know, do your thing. I love what you guys do, and keep on doing your thing, man.
Appreciate
it's
you.
beautiful.
Salute, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate
you guys, too. All right.
Hawk the body go.
Hey, Jessica, wow, man. Jessica, you wild.
Jessica.
I just want to tell you
Chill,
that.
Jessica.
You wild. You wild, Jessica. I love you, but you wild.
What she say?
So his solution is more offense, less defense, essentially. Now, let me just say this, okay? Because we seen a lot of panic over the McCoy thing. I agree with you, James. Had it been Poe, I'd probably be a little bit more upset and a little bit more nervous. Mm-hmm. Again, no one's saying Gallimore or Hill is anything just quite yet, but we do know those guys are pure 3-techs. Quick get off 3-techs. Crawford has the ability to go inside and play 3-tech. He's done it in his career. So losing him, we're equipped to have guys that can go in there and be okay, I think. But if we lose Poe,
yeah, that hurts.
And listen, I'm sorry, Antoine. If you want to come out here and get mad at me and Law again or what have you, I'm not, I don't want to rely on Antoine Woods as my starter for 16 games. So, I don't think losing McCoy all of a sudden makes this defense, a defense that's going to give up 30 and we got to score 40.
Right.
Yeah. You lose D-Law and McCoy. You lose McCoy and Poe. You know what I'm saying? You start adding these up, then sure. But just McCoy.
Unless Antoine Woods got the touch of death and everybody he touched falls over and get injured for the season ending move right there.
So, I hope not.
That Antoine, he came through that gauntlet. I said, God, dog.
I said, hey man, why you? Hey, Twanka. I'm gonna be quiet.
No, I got pissed when I seen
it. I don't want him to hear this show because you know how he did you, Law. I ain't hear this show and be like, hey, let me see you come to that game, big game. Twanka like that. Twanka hood. I ain't gonna say too much about you, Twanka.
Somebody earlier when I was showing
from Compton, huh?
I was showing the footage of, I guess, the practice footage. Somebody said, man, Antoine Woods looks small next to all those linemen.
Big.
Well, dog, he's only like 5'11".
He's 118.
He built like, they call him a human log for a reason. He's short and stubby. He's the big boy. He just wide. Right. He's not tall though.
He will find you on Twitter.
Yeah.
KMT said he doesn't think Woods is big enough to fill the role of Poe. I mean, Woods is literally a 1-tech. Right. He's a 6 foot, 315, 20 pound guy. He's just not over. I think because he's so short. I don't think he's as strong for whatever reason. Is not every reason. Poe's a manster, but he's not as strong as you would like at 1-tech. But he is a 1-tech. I mean, let's just keep it a bean.
Mm-hmm.
Funny thing about him is I don't know if I want to put him at nose, James. Like literally in a 3-4 at the nose.
Oh hell no! Unless we're in a passing down.
Mm-hmm.
Right. because we saw Sky when the Cowboys put him in that middle and they put the center and the guard and they double teamed him. Woods struggled. That's just the truth.
Yeah.
He did.
I saw your boy though play at nose though.
Who's that?
Huh?
Zero. I saw your boy play at zero, but it was like for a limited snap. Like it was against the 2015 Carolina Panthers. Go back and watch that film. He got a sack off of that.
What are you talking about?
Crawford. I seen him play at 0-1 and nose. You know.
Crawford can play. I'm talking about Woods. If Woods catches a double team, Woods get pushed all the way out.
But see, I think there's going to be different assignments though for these tackles. And I think it's going to entail taking on more double teams to free up your linebackers. And I've seen Woods beat a few double teams here and there. I have. What I don't like about Woods, I don't think he has the stamina to keep taking on these bigger guys all game, all season, and play with that same energy. Woods in spurts can be really good for you as a reserve. We talked about that. Excuse me, a lot. But Woods constantly playing. If he has to play 50-60% of the snaps, not good, fam. That is not good.
Because third, fourth quarter, they're going to start running the ball on us like they did before.
He's a 30% snap type guy, 35% snap type guy. Always has been, really.
Yeah. In his mind, he's 80 to 90% because when I said that, he got mad at me. He's like, "Yo, we'll see about that, Law. You know, we'll see about that. I'm gonna mark this comment. I'm gonna prove you wrong."
Yeah, he said, "I'm gonna save it."
Woods, here's the thing. I don't want you to come out here and try to slap fools, but at the end of the day, dog, let's keep it real, Woods. You went undrafted. Nobody was touching you. The Cowboys came and scooped you. Let's keep it real. I know it may hurt. It hurt me. It would hurt my
You know what it was, James? All that hot boy shit. You know, they got in this hot boy stuff, and the whole damn room just. Who do y'all think y'all? How the hell is y'all hot boys and y'all can't get 40 sacks?
Right.
Y'all can't get turnovers.
Y'all can't get 40 sacks, but y'all got big jugs of hot boy.
Please retire.
All everywhere.
Retire that. You got a call on a bunch of callers online. We got a whole bunch.
Got Woods on the line. What?
He probably didn't heard us. This is Tawaka TV or whatever the hell it's called. 580. What's up, 580?
What do you know?
580.
Derek Grimsley from Oklahoma.
What's going on, Derek?
Oh, not much. Well, I've been listening to y'all for about an hour and a half.
Appreciate you.
I just got one thing to say, man. As far as our offense goes, good luck stopping all these guys.
Good luck.
This defense, man, I was really pumped about McCoy. You know, it's bad that he went out first padded practice. Imagine that. What do y'all think? Y'all think since we got Griffen, he can play 3-tech too?
I don't think they go. He's an excellent defensive end, though. Do you know who you know what they were saying? Is it Greg? You said Greg from Oklahoma.
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. You know who I heard that they slid inside a little bit? Alden Smith.
Alden Smith is the guy that they're going to slide in.
I've heard about, and I was going to bring it up earlier, but again, just hearing what they're talking about, they didn't mention him being like a full-time guy, but man, he's 285 now, right? Put about 5 pounds on and see if you can be, Ratliff, but I don't know, man. It's just a different ball game in there. You can
But Sky, think about this. It's 2020 now. Guys are more hybrid, just like we've been talking about the defense. You can slide to Alden Smith and get away with it.
Can you do it full time now?
Right. Not a full time, but you can slide him in. That's why I just said this is a good type of scheme that they want because you have multiple players. That's why it's not a big blow, even though it hurts us because we like McCoy as a person. I think that's why it hurts because a lot of us like McCoy as a person. He's a great player, but we like him as a person. But if you look at the depth that we still have, we're still okay.
Yeah,
okay.
What do you think about, like the caller said here, Griffen, though, at the 3-tech? I mean, he can slide in on like a pure pass rush.
Passing down.
Yeah, I mean, if we up by 20, then you can put anybody out there.
We have Michael Bennett, right?
Go ahead, Greg.
I don't know about y'all, but I think I'd be more nervous if it was Poe that went down because if you put Antoine Woods at the nose guard, when we played the Rams in the playoffs in 2018, they exposed him big time.
Yep, that's what we. Yep, that's exactly.
I mean, they were shoving. Y'all remember that? They were shoving us way back, 5-10 feet.
Here's the thing with Antoine Woods. He's not going to keep your linebackers clean, and I think that's what this new scheme is designed for. We need bodies to keep big bodies up there to keep these guys clean. And Antoine Woods, he literally plays a perfect. His style of play is perfect for Rob Marinelli because he wants to get upfield and get upfield in a hurry. He's not about anchoring. He's not about taking on blocks. And Tyrone Crawford, I believe, is one of the guys who spoke about it in this conference. He said, they asked him, what's the difference between, your scheme in the previous years and this one? He said, this one, what's different is we're not getting upfield. We're kind of waiting and seeing and keeping and occupying offensive linemen. I don't know if Antoine Woods is built for that, for a consistent amount of snaps. He's built for it for a little bit of snaps, but I'm not putting Woods in there. For like I said, 50% of the snaps.
Game is gonna
Hey,
wear
Scott,
that.
I just sent you a picture of your boy Poe, and he's next to D-Law, of course.
Fat as hell.
You go on their Twitter page. I
Fat.
sent it to you.
He's a fat boy.
The fat boy. Look at them legs,
Who's
man.
that?
If you can just
Fat
see it.
boy.
Look at the legs, the lower body extremity. That's the big boy.
I love the fat boy.
You can't move that around all day.
You can't
I don't
move.
care who you are.
You literally
The offensive line gonna be like, man, come
Greg,
on, man, y'all stop subbing.
Before we move on, thanks for the call, Greg. Appreciate you.
Good call.
Yes, sir. Y'all take care.
Thank you, sir. Great call, Greg. Before we move on to that, I gotta get back to the picture. I think it was Bucky Brooks, who was a well-respected analysis or analyst or what have you. He said, I don't know what anybody really talking about here, but Poe still cannot be moved. He is literally an immovable object.
Right.
People are not. So when everyone goes back and looks at the Panthers tape, it ain't Poe getting bullied and moved around. That is not happening. Okay, it's not him. So he's going to be tough and he's going to keep your guys clean, and that's what you want. In this scheme, you want to keep LVE, Jalen, Sean Lee, whoever the hell's back there. You want to keep those guys clean. So I still want snacks. I'm greedy.
Greedy. Hell
Want
yeah.
snacks.
Man, put that weight and lean on everybody, man. By the end of the fourth quarter, it's gonna be over with.
Y'all better not lose.
Who's that? Some Eagles fans?
What's the score?
It's a close one right now. I saw it last.
It was winning 68-65.
I told you. Listen, we need him to push us, but I told you. I said Portland gonna be a tough out.
I told everybody that people ain't want to listen.
We'll see. This COVID championship.
Woo, you better not lose. I'll be all in your inboxes, man.
For what? Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. I really don't care about the NBA right now.
Okay, I'm still in your inbox.
I told you I still think the Clippers are the team to beat, and I'm a Laker fan.
I feel you. I'm still coming in the inbox.
For what? You a Mavericks fan? No Mavericks fan can talk any crap to me.
I will talk to you all day.
Oh, you one of those fans?
Yeah, I'm one of them.
Okay. Well, good to know. It's good to know. It's good to know.
I'm keeping it real.
I know because I hate fans that be trying to act like they ain't like that.
I'm like that.
Okay. Just know if I return the favor,
I can eat it.
Pick up your phone.
I know you will. I already know you will.
Just pick up the phone. That's all.
But they did do your boy KP. They did do your boy KP wrong last night, though.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna tell you what kind of fan I am after a goddamn game, and I got friends and family. Don't call my damn phone after we lose to the Eagles or the Giants, and don't do it because I'm not answering.
Oh no,
I'm not answering. Man, they be trying to call me right after the game. I don't want nothing. I'm not talking to you after we just lost a heartbreak.
But Scott, you must go through this though. When we win, our phones stay off though.
Oh, nobody call me when we win. I don't call nobody.
I
don't call nobody. I celebrate amongst my folk. But
no, I'm talking about the haters. When we win, they don't call us.
They don't be on my inbox. They don't be in my wall. Nothing.
I'm just. All I'm gonna say is you okay.
Not you. I already know what you gonna do. Okay. Shoot, he was getting hyped when our second and third string was losing to who the hell was we playing at the Rockets? Talking all types of shit.
Yeah, look, like you like a soot. They're like, no.
I was like, really, dog? Like I was real cool with you about these masks, but you know what?
He said, let's do another game. I'm gonna trash them.
I'm gonna trash the shit out of them. Speaking of which, did the Mavericks win yesterday?
Stop it.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be subtle. I don't really need to say nothing. You lost.
I'm gonna be quiet.
He said, I'm gonna be quiet. I'm gonna cry when I get in the car. Yeah. Talk shit when you leave. Hey, look who it is. 910. Is it the 910? Is it the 910?
Nah, down.
My God.
Yes. Hey, for your mind.
What it is, what it do.
I feel
We got
good.
the tools today, brothers.
What's up, bro?
Got the tools today, man.
Bring it.
It's a lot of fakery out there, imposters, man.
What they talking
First
about?
of all, I want to talk about y'all brothers in this Cowboys network. Y'all been building. Y'all three. OG Mark Holmes, Okoye, Foots the King, Fox Lombardi. Strength in numbers. Just like for our team, this nation, this team, be strong with it. The young prodigy, Skywalker Still, doing his best James Brown, Ernie Johnson impersonation. The young prodigy doing his thing with the production, stepping the game up. The streets love big game. You know what I mean? We listen to these other journalists, we'll think Quincy Carter was on cocaine. Big game brought us that news.
Yeah.
You know he a real one. How many interviews people doing from the halfway house with these clowns? But to my brother from another mother, I got a special connection with this brother. We got a similar pedigree. I started listening to Law. Middle of the night, I woke up in the middle of the night. It was the game when we beat the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
This is no beard Law. This is Dallas in the background Law. And I followed that man step by step, brick to brick. The soul of that brother, heard the struggle. What school you went to, Law? Tell him.
Yeah, JSU, School of Hard Knocks in Natchez, Mississippi. You know how I go.
Yes, sir. I'm HBCU too, North Carolina A&T. I respect your grind. I know your grind. Because what y'all doing, this is not your job. Big Game show you his job. Law show you his job. What y'all doing is a passion, but it's about to be your job. The blessings is coming to abundance, brothers. Keep it up, brothers.
Appreciate it.
Because these imposters, that shit had me tight last week, bro.
Yeah.
Because with Law Nation, that man leave you with scriptures on his live screen after talking football.
Real talk.
He eats, sleeps, drink the Dallas Cowboys. Law Nation might do a 10-minute video 3 o'clock in the morning, man.
He ain't lying.
All and the rest of these fakers, the imposters, they mad because they see it coming. Because this is organic. Brothers build it from the bottom up. These are real fans, not no fake followers, not no bots on your social media account. You feel me?
I feel you.
Y'all brothers, y'all keep it up, bro, because you got a nation behind you, and this is my calling to the nation.
Yeah.
Let's get that paper for these brothers.
Yes.
The only thing separating these brothers from Fox, ESPN, whatever, is finances.
Real talk.
You mean to tell me Baldy's breakdown is not Botch or Koye Media? You mean to tell me we can't send Big Game James to wherever, halfway houses to the hood, to get the perspective of older players who might be went on some trials and tribulations? And what Skywalker Still is doing with his production, making everything look clear, making it look clean and neat. It's remarkable.
Thanks, sir.
But we YBE, we young black entrepreneurs, it's a new day.
Yes.
And it's a new tide. And black journalists will be protected, and they will be respected. And that's my time. But for y'all imposters, we ain't even gonna say your name, because it's not a game. Peace.
Peace. Yo,
that gave me chills. I got goosebumps and all that shit. I done drank some beer.
Yo,
you lucky we doing a show, because if we wasn't doing a show, I done kicked all this shit out of here. I done kicked the table, I done kicked the computer.
Man, he come in with the damn heat. It's real too, man. I mean,
through my damn monitor, he got me hyped. I want to do like 100 push-ups right now.
I talked about it.
I want to smoke this cigar right now, man. In honor of 9 Dime, you know.
Man.
Then he shout out all the HBCUs out there, man. Shout out to JSU, man. Gosh, man.
Shit, dog.
Yeah, I love what he said though about the real fans or what have you, man. Because I said this with Vaj. I said, dog, we honestly got the pulse of the nation. I really truly believe that we have the pulse of the real post, not the hot take post, right? Not the shock jock post, not none of that stuff. I feel like the fans that are in these chats at what is it? Your way it's 10:13. My way it's 11:13. Guys like 9 Dime and everyone that calls in here. I think these are real fans, because they know we're not bringing them anything but the real, even if they don't agree. You know what I'm saying? And they disagree with what we got to say. At least it's coming from an organic place, like he said. We ain't up here, me and James, when we disagree. This ain't pre-production. Like, yo, James, I want you to say no to this. I'm going to say yes to this. This ain't none of that.
No.
Man, I appreciate that.
Kiss my ass. We going at it.
Going at it.
I mean, and it's like that if you go listen to the round.
We fuck each other and we good.
Yeah, you go listen to the round table. You get disagreements between, Law, Vaj, Foots, and Okoye. Because that's it's organic, it's real, and I think y'all out there respect that, man, and I respect the hell out of y'all for rocking with us.
Yes,
I respect the hell of that call.
Yeah, man.
Hey, Big Game James, say again what you think what 9 Dime look like, man. What he's saying when he calling in.
Hey man, I don't know. He looked like Nino Brown. Like he sound like a Nino Brown. Like he sound dark skinned with a goatee. I'm not trying to hate on you, 9 Dime, but you sound like you smoke fat blunts. I'm not hating because I'm feeling you, but you sound like you smoke fat blunts, and I'm chilling there with you.
9 Dime, man. Unbelievable.
Chilling, man. That's my dog, man.
Yeah, he
said no beard law. You know what I'm saying?
I seen some of those videos too. I went back and watched a while ago the no beard. I was like, who that? That's not James Harden. Let me get another one up in here. 559. What it is? What it do?
Yo.
What it is? What up?
Yeah.
What up, man? Hey, y'all don't shoot. Don't shoot. I'm an Eagles fan. I'm unbiased, though. I got a couple questions, all right?
Y'all fans love, don't y'all?
Hey, I respect y'all. I'm coming through with some respect now.
Appreciate
Okay.
Okay.
I
wanted to piggyback off of that talk y'all was talking about with Michael Gallup being a number 2. Some of y'all was saying he was a number 1. You could probably put him on Philly. He'd probably be a number 1 in Philly.
Yeah.
If you guys still got
Jeffries.
They got Jeffrey, but I'll take Gallup over Jeffrey now.
And I heard a lot of y'all talking about based off of last year, and it's a tough debate if you're going off of just last year. I mean, really, he had a better year than a lot of people last year. I mean, I heard somebody say about Stephon Diggs and stuff like that. I mean, I wouldn't take him over Stephon, but Michael Gallup, as far as stats go, he had 1,100 last year. He had 1,100. So,
absolutely not a slouch. I think if you put Michael Gallup in a position where he's getting number 1 targets, he could definitely put up number 1 numbers. But when someone says number 1 to me, I'm just thinking of the player, not statistically. And the only reason why I'm trying to say that I have to see more from Michael Gallup to say he's a number 1 as a player with his skills is because I've seen him when we needed him to be a number 1 wide receiver. He just quite wasn't. And where he did produce is when the actual number 1 wide receiver was there in Amari Cooper, he had big games. So that's all I'm saying is I just need to see him be a number 1 in number 1 situations. But can he put up number one numbers in Philly with Carson Wentz? Yeah, hell yeah.
Okay, and then that defense. So how do y'all feel about Chris Richard? Because I personally, I got a lot of respect for Chris Richard. I mean, that 2018 defense, that last half of the year, man, that was tough. That was tough. That was a tough defense down the stretch right there. You know, what you guys did to us towards the end of the year, we were struggling getting past that defense, man. That defense makes you be patient. And then now you talk about Mike Nolan. I mean, I like he's been around the league for a long, long time. And he was obviously a part of that Saints defense. He was a linebacker coach over there. He had a lot to do with the Saints defense and stuff. But golly, I'm gonna be honest with y'all now. Like, I'm a little happy to see Chris Richard out there. Chris Richard, obviously, he connected to the Seattle defense. So, you know, that Seattle. I mean, we all know what that Seattle defense stands for.
I'll let my guys take this one before I speak, because I got something to say about it.
Well, sometimes it's hard to play basketball with the girls' basketball, right? You know, sometimes you got to play with your own basketball, you know. So I'm thinking that Chris Richard, although, you know, we saw we had high love and high hopes for him to bring in that Seattle's mentality, but he was never given his version of the basketball, if I can use that in this type of context. So wherever he go, he regroup and get back out there and prove that he's worthy, and it'd just be a situation that we would never know.
I mean, me personally, I think he got grace with that Seattle defense. I mean, I'm not hating on Chris Richard because I love what he brought to the table that first year, and I love the attitude. But he was graced with that team in Seattle. It wasn't like he was there and he built that defense or things of that nature. I think the situation what we got right here, right now, I'm not hating on Chris Richard, but if you're sitting there handcuffing your defense when your cornerback is saying, I can't do these type of things because my coach is saying you can't, I got to be like your boy. That's a no for me, dog. That's a no for me, dog. If you can't let your corners, if he's sitting there saying at practice that I can't do this and that, I want to know how to do this with Amari Cooper, but I can't because my coach is saying, that's a big fat no for me, dog.
So here's the thing with Chris Richard. I don't think Chris Richard's a bad coach or anything like that. I don't think Chris Richard was allowed to have his guys like we're seeing now. That doesn't mean even if he got his guys, they would have miraculously did a bunch of stuff, because I feel like Chris and Rob Marinelli just weren't on the same page. However, so you're saying that, you know, with Mike Nolan being around, you know, we're not really confident that he's going to really turn the defense around type thing. Here's my thing about Mike Nolan, and it's really not him personally. It's the philosophical change that I am excited to see. It is no longer a vanilla offense and vanilla defense. You know, we're hearing from our players that this is going to be and more of an exotic defense. Like, teams are not going to know what we're doing every play. Literally, Cheeto literally came out and said teams knew what we were running every play. And the reason why, if you go back and look at the stats, why quarterbacks have a high percentage of passes completed is because we allow them to complete the passes and we got to rally and tackle. So if you go look at a lot of Carson Wentz's games, he has I think got like 10 or 11 touchdowns against us, but his yardage totals are not high. A lot of those touchdowns are in the red zone from dink, 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 dinking. We make the quarterback have to, you know, matriculate down the field, right?
Yeah, and just to piggyback off of what you're saying, Sky, the first touchdown that the Philadelphia Eagles got on us last season on the I guess win or you end game.
Yeah, it was against tight end.
It was the Dallas Goddard versus the J. Lou. I don't think that this particular.
I don't know about Russell Wilson throwing that pick at the end, but Tom Brady, it was a lot of checkdowns, a lot of checkdowns. Shane Vereen and you know, a lot of checkdowns in that Super Bowl. That's how you beat that defense. You know, you gotta really be patient with the run.
But here's the problem. Yeah, the stream. We're working on that. We're working. It's coming back on. Here's the problem about the defense, and you're saying it makes you, you know, be patient. It makes you be patient. It makes you be patient. Yes, that is true. It does make you be patient. But the only reason that, I mean, the only way that pays off for you is if you get turnovers, if you force turnovers. And the problem with the defense was we were stingy in the sense of We made you matriculate down the field, and at times we were pretty good in the red zone, but we didn't force enough turnovers. We didn't put our offense in position to in better position. We were the worst team in starting field position in the entire league. A lot of that had to do with special teams. A lot of that had to do with not getting turnovers. Where Mike Nolan's defense is going to come in here and they're going to say, we are going to force the situation on the quarterback. We're going to force the situation on the offense. And if you beat us on a big play, from time to time, so be it. But we're going to make big plays as well. We have to see it, though, right? We have to see it work. I'm happy for the switch. I don't know about y'all, Law and James. I'm happy for the switch.
Yeah,
I'm happy for it, too.
You can give up yards. When you're aggressive, you're going to give up yards. Big plays may happen. That's the problem with our defense. Sky and Law, you can agree with me. Too many times we were conservative. It was a bend, don't break. We'll let you get these yards, but we don't want you to score a touchdown. Like, I don't want to deal with that. I want an attacking type defense. If you have to give up plays, that's okay, because turnovers and sacks come when you have an aggressive defense, period.
Yeah. Great. This is a great call, caller. Are you sure you're an Eagles fan?
You're a Cowboys fan.
Nah, man. Hey, you know what? I got a lot of respect for you guys. You guys, man. You guys have some good content creators here on YouTube, man. I actually watch a lot of you guys. You know, Vach, all three of you guys. I watch, Mark Holmes. I watch all you guys, man. You guys have some good content, man. And I like, Cowboys. They're a tough. They're a tough team every year. They got a good roster every year, man. Jerry Jones does a really good job of building a team together, and you guys are competitive every year, man. I feel like
you want to be a fan.
I feel like I got respect, man. I feel like you guys bring a lot of attention to the division, for sure. So I feel like we should be respectful of that. We get national televised every time we play you guys. I feel like we should respect that, and it's our job to go out there and perform, against you guys. So that's it.
I like this guy.
Yeah, this guy's good.
I appreciate that, man. Excellent call. Great questions. I mean, it generated, conversation.
Make sure you stay in our feeds.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother.
And one last thing. This is a big year for Michael Gallup. Right before I go, I think you guys will find out a lot about Michael Gallup this year. This is a big year. If you guys find out if he's a true number 2 or if he can potentially be a number 1.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what it is, because guess what? We have a 2-year out. A 2-year out on Amari Cooper if Amari Cooper isn't living up to his contract. And then guess what lines up perfectly with that? Michael Gallup's contract. So, yeah, these next 2 years are big.
Great call.
Great call. Yeah, sorry, guys. The restream,
You like you Philly fans.
I think the server with the restream be going out.
I don't think it's restream. For sure.
I'm gonna have to just say you Philly fans are undercover Cowboys fans. I'm gonna have to say a lot of you Philly fans, because I got a homeboy. He's a Philly fan, but he always talking about Dallas in positivity ways. I think you're undercover. It's okay. Take your cape off and show your Cowboys. Take your cape off and show the star and come on over to the team. We'll welcome you. You become a member as low as $1.99 over here at Steel Blue Nation.
Silly.
Keep going in and out, man.
Yeah,
Law, how much?
Law been in and out. He froze a little bit on there, man.
Man, this thing right here, I'll have a whole conversation. Every time we talk about the staff or any shape, form, or fashion, if we talk about Coach Red, if we talk about Chris, man, it just goes down, man. What's going on with this?
They watching the late night hype, fam.
Yeah, they watching.
Philly fans love us. Stop lying. Y'all love us.
But see, I like those kind.
But see, the undercover Cowboys fans.
Philly notion that he
be
cool sometimes too.
But they got a Cowboys helmet under their bed. They're not gonna tell us that, Sky, but they got a Cowboys helmet under their bed and they rub it.
Yeah. I'm gonna just keep it a bean. No. And I'm not saying that there aren't, there are great Philly content creators out there, but I just haven't been in their streams just quite yet. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't been there. I mean, our guys, our community is pretty good, so I don't need to go nowhere else. No offense.
You guys.
You know, but nah, I mean, yeah, man. If you really want to know the true intel, or not even really intel, just the true insights on the team, don't watch Skip and all. Don't do that. Come here, go to Vaj, go to Foods, go to Big Game Law, Joe Rod, you know what I'm saying, Koye, go to those guys. You know what I'm saying, the community. There's up and comers coming up on this thing too. So yeah. Look, James is like, yeah, come on, Philly fans.
Damn. We were walking. Boo-thang.
My guy Jay Tuck too. He got nice insight too, man.
I love some Jay Tuck. He funny as hell.
He is funny because he be one way on Twitter. I be like, bro, where the hell that energy at on the YouTube?
Hey.
Yeah, Tuck. So if you listening, Tuck.
It's Tuck. Please listen to this. Say it again, Scott, because he two different people.
Bring that on a tube, fam. Don't be scared to make somebody mad.
He's normal as hell.
No, Tuck got some some very he's opinionated on the Twitter.
I like Tuck.
Then he toed the line on YouTube. I'm like, come on, man.
He'd be good as hell on YouTube.
You get some more callers in there. 410 4 Dime. What up, 4 Dime?
No, I am gonna eat it. I'm gonna take a bite.
4 Dime going once.
Hey, what's up?
What's going on?
This is DVM Petty Riley from Twitter. Good to finally connect with y'all, talk to y'all.
Yes, sir.
Fans of all y'all the OGs for real. Hold on, real quick. My question. My question was, I was listening to Jeff Kavanaugh earlier, and he's been talking about the philosophy of the front office, and I was thinking about, like, I'm kind of confused. I don't know what direction and what vibe or what to expect from the decisions anymore, because in the past, it was all conservative. You could pretty much predict everything we was going to do on and off the field. But Jeff Kavanaugh was talking about the whole Gerald McCoy thing earlier, and he was saying, in the past, we they cut him, he freed up money in the past. Most likely we're not gonna make no moves. But now I don't know.
That's what I'm saying about this whole snacks thing. When somebody said you think we get snacks, and I'm like, deep down, no, but I don't know no more. I don't know.
Yeah, like anything, like in the next 24 hours, we could have a, anything.
Clowny.
Like this time last week, Griffen wasn't on the team. We were expecting McCoy. Then within a week, we had both of them on the team. McCoy go down, but McCoy gets hurt. It really, who do you think is making most of these decisions now? Is it Steven? Is it more Mike McCarthy? Who had the most of the power before now? Was it Jason Garrett making a lot of these calls? Like, I'm just trying to guess the vibe. I mean, it's more positive than anything. I would think. That's all I had to really say. Shout out to all y'all, Law Nation. We some soldiers for you, man. Whatever you say, we'll do.
I love that.
Heck yeah.
Appreciate you, man.
Y'all have a good night, man.
You too, man. You too. Okay, I mean that's a good question. Who do we think is kind of steering the ship here? I definitely think Steven is steering the ship more than his dad. I mean, I've been saying that for a while. And I think Mike McCarthy. I talked about this, what was it, on one of my shows. I said, okay, I know I just kind of praised Steven about getting Robert Quinn last year and Randall Cobb. But were we going out and signing Gerald McCoys and Dontari Poes and Everson Griffins before McCarthy got here?
We played it safe, man. We always played it safe. With Jason Garrett, and I said this the other day, and I know this is a PG-13 show. I said it on Vaj Lombardi's show. Jason Garrett is the type of guy that wears the condom with his wife. He just plays everything safe. Don't come get me, Jay Form, but that's just how it goes.
They about to cut the stream now.
Right.
They're going to really cut this thing off.
Wow.
He said, cut, take 45.
Whoa. I ain't never heard that damn analogy.
Right. That was
That's deep.
Whoa.
That's just what he just played everything safe.
Yo.
Process that for your mental.
I am. I'm processing it, dog. That shit's deep.
Rip it off, man. Let's go get this thing, man.
They did play it safe. But I think McCarthy is coming in there and saying he's doing this thing right here. You see that? Go get me McCoy. You see that?
Right.
Go get me
Took the
Poe.
stream down.
You see that? Go get me Everson Griffen. I just think, what can you say? Granted, of course, it's go get me them within the context of, the contract being right. But he got more juice than Jason Garrett. And another person we got to give credit to is Will McClay. I firmly believe Will McClay goes to JG or Steven or whomever, McCarthy, and says, hey, this type of guy for what we do works. Mm-hmm. Now it's a matter of, does the money work? Because he ain't signing the guys. He just says, he's just a talent evaluator. This guy does this trait well, which fits with this scheme. This scheme, I think he can be productive. Mm-hmm. Sometimes he hits, sometimes he misses. Right. But I think he goes to those guys with better players than we've signed the bargain bin guys. And I don't think we're bargain bin shopping anymore. I shouldn't say anymore, but we're looking to get really good veterans on solid prices. Before, we were looking to get really solid prices and okay players. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Damn, he said he wears a condom to sleep with his wife. Ooh,
and trust me, everybody know I love Coach Red, but that's just how we played. We played everything safe. And he probably looking back now and saying like, man, Cowboys making all of these moves, man. And they wasn't doing it when I was there. Or he probably looking at it like, hey, these guys are making foolish mistakes because this guy's not the right kind of guy. So we'll find out, that's what they got going on in Giants land right now. They don't have names on the back of the jerseys. They only go by jersey numbers. And if you make a mistake, now you're going to run laps, That's valuable time that you can be learning the playbook instead of running laps. Even the coaches got to run laps over there in Giants land. So don't you guys feel refreshed that we don't have to do that here?
Oh, there's a ton.
I'm just refreshed that Jason Garrett's the hell out of the organization.
There's a ton I'm refreshed about, fam. In regards to that.
Hell on. Ain't nobody ever going to miss you, ever.
Right.
Damn, I'm still tripping, isn't it?
You still... I'm laughing at my dog, Jay Form. He going at me now.
Yeah, Jay Form a little pissed off about that, fam.
What, Jason Garrett?
Yeah, of course you. Come on.
He loves some damn Jason Garrett.
I, for the life of me, cannot understand it.
Damn. Wow.
I can't understand it. 512, save us here, man. Save us from the Jason Garrett slander.
Yeah. Warm it up, though. Y'all know exactly what time it is.
How the hell did he sneak in?
Is this Philly Cowboys Union today?
Philly Nation.
Y'all Philly fans.
I'm here.
Man, this is like the fourth Philly fan.
This cap about taking the cape off. So y'all know I'm coming here with the cape off. Straight Philly style. Y'all know what it is. Hey, first off, shout out to all three of y'all fellas. Y'all know what it is. Y'all over there kicking that fire. But we keeping our eye on the enemy out here also. So, of course, y'all know I got to ask, what kind of slime ball business y'all got going on in Dallas? Y'all releasing Gerald McCoy, you know what I'm saying, before he even gets to the hospital. I need to understand about that. I got another question after that, but I'm going to go ahead and pause on that. Explain that one.
Well, did you watch the beginning of the show?
Hey, my apologies, fellas. I'm jumping in the stream a little bit late.
That's okay.
I sat in for a little bit before the stream cut.
That's okay.
And I was kind of hearing it, but I'm going to catch it back, though. I'm going to watch it back, Scott.
The only reason why I asked is because we talked about it. So in his clause, right, he had a pre-existing hamstring injury that I guess only a few people knew about, his agent in the front office and himself. And then that contract stated if he injures that quad, the team can, and most likely will, cut him to save us money, but he gets his bonus. So he got paid $3 million for 3 practices, $1 million per practice. And the Cowboys are off the hook, but they both have mutual interest to bring him back next year because he can't play this year anyway. So they get that roster spot. There you go. That's the explanation. That's all I got for you on that.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I guess. Hey, look, that's still some bad optics. It still looks slimy.
It did look bad at first.
Hold on, $3 million for 3 practices?
3 practices. $1 million a practice.
Oh. I mean, yeah. $1 million in practice. That ain't bad. And then they got the invitation for him when everything is all said and done at the end of the year to bring him back. So I think that's a good business move.
When you signing a guy, your trainers, because Philip Tanner, who we had on the show, they have some of the best trainers in the business, that they diagnosed this pre-existing condition.
And they protected themselves. It was smart.
As a business, you cover your tracks no matter what. This isn't about feelings. This isn't about, hey, this is not about feelings. This is about a business, and you always need to cover your tracks in a business. So this was a smart move. Sentimentally, it hurts, but business-wise, this was smart. And if it was on Philly's side, y'all did the same damn thing.
Hey, let me chime on this too, Philly, for you, Philly Notion.
All right, too.
You can put this on your mental and everybody on Cowboy Nation as well. Here's the situation. I think that even Ezekiel Elliott got a clause in there. If anything happened to him, that they free to just let him cut him, believe it or not. So Ezekiel Elliott, he's not free like a bird. If something happened to him, we can just let him go. If he do something, of those.
Sean Lee signed an injury type contract because he was getting injured all the time. So he signed an injury type contract that if he kept getting hurt, they could take his signing bonus. That's what they put in there. I mean, they covered themselves.
I like these new type of contracts when you start reading the fine lines. Maybe Stephen Jones is up to something.
All right, so what's your next one, Philly?
Hey, facts, fellas. Hey, look, so my next question, of course, is, I'm hearing all this hype about y'all's D-line. Of course, y'all picking up Everson, I guess. But I'm trying to figure out all this hype on the line, y'all's secondary is still cheeks. I'm trying to figure out.
Your secondary cheeks,
cheeks, fellas. A Woozier, y'all got a Woozier. Who's back there, Jordan? And I know, look, because you put out the video, my guy. And it was fire. And I know you saw Deshaun Jackson on that comeback. He had Darius Slay, a Pro Bowler, looking ridiculous. Just imagine Jordan Lewis or whatever corner y'all got out there.
Hey, Philly Notion, you just sat here and said your number one cornerback got burnt by a rookie, got ate up a couple times by a rookie. You worried about our secondary with three 1,000-yard type wide receivers? Stop worrying about our secondary. Worry about your bum-ass secondary that got to deal with three of our top wide receivers and Jarwin. We ain't letting you come up in here and do that. No, sir. No, sir. Don't worry about our secondary. Don't worry about our secondary. Y'all secondary is cheeks. I digress. Now you catching Sky for real.
Tears Achilles over there. He tears Achilles tendon.
I love it.
I ain't got nothing to say about our secondary. Not when your secondary is garbage.
Listen, fellas, I'm gonna take it off air. I'm gonna let y'all.
You better take it off air. You better run.
Y'all know it's soft love, fellas.
I know it.
Y'all know this. November 1st, we about to handle all that. So
We're
y'all
gonna
know
smack the shit out you, dog, and you damn near
Hey,
know.
fly,
I love you. We're gonna smack the shit out you, dog, and you gonna pay me a $10 bill after we beat your ass.
All right, Notion. Yeah, don't come up in here. You know, listen.
Catch up in here in Cowboy land.
I'll let you get your questions off. I'll let you get a little shots and stuff like that. And of course, our secondary ain't all that. I totally understand. But how you gonna come here talking about Law, you broke the video down of Deshaun Jackson, a 32, 33, 34-year-old wide receiver, breaking down your number one cornerback. What the hell you think Amari Cooper and Michael Gallup and CeeDee Lamb is going to do to that secondary? Worry about your own damn thing.
And everybody think that he still runs a 4.2 or 4.3. I'm like, what? I'm talking about Jackson.
He probably do.
You know why these Philly fans is calling in tonight? They scared. Y'all scared.
You know what?
That's what it is. I figured it out. I was sitting there thinking, you got 4 Philly fans calling here today. They scared.
You're right. And you know what? You know what?
I ain't scared of you, mother.
We ain't. We ain't. You know, you see, the first 3 Philly fans that called in had real questions and things. This one calling talk shit, I can do the shit talking right back. Right on back. Right on back. Love you though, Philly Notion.
I love Philly. You can still donate at any time, Philly.
Y'all check out his YouTube page.
Philly, make your rounds. We love you.
He keep up with the Eagle stuff on his page. So that's one I do be creeping in there on is Philly Notion. I popped in a few times and said something.
I love Philly. Philly Notion.
205. What it is, what it do. Please don't be an Eagle fan.
What's up, y'all?
This one damn sure ain't no Eagle fan. I know that for sure.
Man, what's going on, man?
What it is? Uncle Charles.
Man, how my three Kings doing tonight?
Ah, beautiful, man.
Better that you called.
Better.
Look here, man. Let me tell y'all something, man. I'm gonna send my Cowboy brothers and sisters to bed tonight with a message, with a story. Because I got to give it to us. I got to let you have it. Listen to me. Jason Garrett kept us drunk for 9 years. Drunk. And when he had training camp, what did he have our boys coming out doing? Jumping jacks. Man, this ain't Boy Scouts of America. Let me tell you something, man. He remind me of my uncle, Uncle Booty. Uncle Booty was a wine connoisseur. The lady said, wine connoisseur? I said, no, ma'am. He was a wino. He drank all the alcohol you can find. Wild Irish Rose, Thunderbird, that chicken, he drank it all. But one thing he did. He come down that track when we was little boys and we'd be out there playing football and we'd throw the football at him. And I'm finna tie this in. We'd throw the football at him, he never could catch it. And he'll scream at us, get out of my way. He'd go down to my house, my door said, Booty, get away from here. I said, get away from here. And for 6 months, we didn't see my uncle. We went down to the store one day because back in the 70s when your parents sent you to the store, they sent you to the store to get one thing. And that's all you went and got. Give me a roll of toilet paper. Now, Mama, you know that roll of toilet paper is $1.10, and I ain't got but 50 cents. And there's 5 people in the house. You do the math. Let me tell you something, man. Let me explain something to you. I want to let everybody know. When I saw my uncle for 6 months, we didn't know where he was. All of a sudden, he said, hey, nephew. I said, hey, uncle, how you doing? Everybody looking for you. We couldn't find you. He said, I stopped drinking. He stopped drinking what they were serving. Just like we stopped drinking what Jason Garrett was serving. So I want to send this out to the Cowboy Nation. I want y'all to do this for me. Get your insurance. Get you some life insurance. Because later on, 9 weeks later, my uncle passed on. God rest his soul. But he looked mighty silly laying in that coffin, man, with some dog glass on and some regular cowboy boots on. And my daddy told my mama, did y'all get into insurance? My mama said I was getting some. So I want everybody to know, do what you got to do, man, and cheer our team on. We're going to hold on and we got hope, man. It's unfortunate that my man got hurt, but we got to move on. Let me tell you something, man. I want to tell my Cowboy little boys and little girls, and I want to tell the Cowboy parents, man, I have a hard time watching TV with my son. Lord knows, please let football come back. And I saw the show, y'all, Naked and Afraid. And after the show was over, I was just afraid. I love y'all, man. That's my comment. And I love you, Law Nation. I love you, Big J James. I love you, Skywalker. And Skywalkers and Renegades ain't coming back into town because they know you around.
That's right.
Love y'all, bro.
Yes, too, man. Oh, Uncle
yes,
Charles
sir,
always get the drop. Always, man. Freaking yo. How does he come up with these stories? Like
Because
where
he's Uncle freaking Charles, dog.
Oh man, is there a greater storyteller on YouTube?
You know damn well, Scott, that you got one of them in your family. And you go to that cookout, you just sit down, you sit next to him, and you eat, and you just chill for a great hour and just listen and say, I had a great time.
You have to listen on.
You just sit there and listen. You don't say shit.
Don't say nothing. You listen because his story at the end, it comes back and it pertains to the Cowboys. He didn't give us his signature. And in closing, I was waiting for that. I was waiting for in closing. But man, he's awesome, bro. Love Uncle Charles. He a real one. Couple more. I know I'm probably about to get that text.
Yeah, you know what's coming. That's why I love my dog Scott. He knows the text is coming.
Hey, 956. Before you get into the call,
before I get to the call, go ahead.
I just want to tell people, man, for those who are contributing and donating, you got a chance, man. You got a chance. And for those who joined the membership, your name is already in there a double time. Extra. Yeah. Yeah.
Double time for the seat back signed by the greats, the legends in Dallas and Hall of Fame, Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro, and Drew Pearson. You guys, anybody that's donated, we're going to tally this, and all the members, we're going to tally this. We're going to put your names in the drawing, and it will be drawn live on one of the episodes here on the Late Night Hype. But man, how about the damn Cowboys Nation hotline? Powered by our guy, the Cowboys Network, a.k.a. Sosa, man. They are on fire tonight. So do us a favor, drop them fire emojis because it's been popping in here tonight. And do me another favor. go follow our guy Sosa across the social media outlets. On Facebook, on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Instagram, where he's at like 145K.
Yeah,
so
really go holler at that Instagram.
Indeed, man. Indeed. Make sure y'all holler at him.
Check mark for real.
Yeah, I don't know why he didn't have the damn check. It's silly. Yeah. Silly. But the Cowboys Network, man, make sure y'all follow him for all the news and updates. And I mean news and updates. Every little thing that comes out, he got you covered.
They update immediately.
Well, we got a guy on the line that, I give a shout out to, because we're going to have some giveaways here in a little bit. And our guy, the Lunatic, man, he is contributing to those giveaways. What up, Lunatic?
Mi raza, my Cowboys hermanos, buenas noches. How's everybody doing?
Good, brother, good.
I love how you talk like that.
Big game, Skywalker, Law Nation. Hey, we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. We were pumped with McCoy, but guess what? We trust about this staff. Player development. Not only that, player acquisition. We got Alden Smith through Tom Sula. His connection through Tom Sula. Who brought him in? Mike Nolan. Who brought in Mike Nolan? Mike McCarthy. We got Everson Griffen. Have we forgotten about Everson Griffen? Mr. I don't blink because I'm going to get wheelchair wins.
That's Mr. No Blink.
That's right. How did we get him? George Edwards, former Minnesota defensive coordinator, through his connection through Nolan and Mike McCarthy. We're going to be all right. They're going to look at the young bucks. They're going to give T. Hill, Gallimore. They're going to say, hey, knock, knock, knock. This is opportunity. Unfortunately, my guy McCoy, my leader, went down. This is the NFL. Injuries happen, pandemic or no pandemic. Are you ready to step up? Are you going to shine under those bright lights? And I know they will, because they're going to have the coaching to do it. They're going to have the scheme to do it. Go back and listen to Chito's interview. He was being honest. I don't think he wanted to throw anybody on the bus. He was being honest. We are hiding our scheme. Players are asking us in practice, yo, man, what you playing over there? I can't tell. Last year it was easy. Pre-Kinder could tell what the hell we were running.
Yep.
And we were surprised when they beat our defense. Listen to Chito's interview. So, again, we're going to be all right on our defensive line. We've got the defense. But who's going to lead the way? Our three-headed offensive monsters. See, Dangerous Lamb.
It's a dangerous lamb. I love it.
Who was it? Billy. Was it Billy Kraft? Was it Billy Kraft that said, oh, Slay, hey, I'm sorry. He's not a twin. He's not a triplet. There's only one of him. You're going to take away one. Guess what? Them two, Jarwin, Pollard, and let me mention number 121. They're going to run it into the touchdown, into the end zone and get them. You take away one, that's fine. We'll just put in another one for you. Our offense is going to lead the way. We're going to be all right.
Facts.
But I want to know, what are they saying? Kellen Moore, second year as offensive coordinator. He blasted off the first 3 games last year. He was doing motion. He was doing play action. And then I think Carrick got a hold of him. He said, let's not lose the game. Yeah. Let's not lose the game. Let's win the goddamn game in the first quarter. That's what I want. What about his play calling? Under McCarthy, I can see him taking that second step. Becoming a Shanahan. Becoming an Andy Reid play caller. Becoming a Josh Daniels. Maybe even a McVay. And guess what? The common thread is about all those. Those were the offensive play callers of the last 2 Super Bowls. That's what we're going to get. That's what we're shooting for. 2020 is still going to be number 6. Let's go, Cowboys. Uno pinche Cowboys.
I had to drop it.
Brother, I've been waiting almost an hour on hold. I don't care. I'm on my way to work. I'm pumped.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Cowboys Nation. Let's go. How about them Cowboys?
How about it, baby?
Let's go.
Appreciate you as always, Lunatic.
Oh, my goodness. See, Dangerous Lamb. Oh,
yeah.
Dangerous Lamb.
It's so funny about Lunatic dropping the Dangerous because he thought I said Dangerous Lamb in my stream with Vach. I didn't say it. You know, that's you, Lunatic. So you thought you heard it. That's you, man. You coined it, and we gonna run with it. It's a dangerous
man, I need to make a
lamb.
shirt right
I was
now.
already.
We got to send it to him.
It's a dangerous lamb.
See Dangerous Lamb.
That's
Oh
hard.
my.
Hey, don't post that on Twitter, the lunatic. They gonna steal it.
Ooh.
Yeah, we're gonna have to rock with that. We're gonna have to rock with that. Actually,
oh, that's so cold blooded.
don't want to get one more up in here.
One.
If it's an Eagle fan, we hang it up.
Please,
Hang it
Lord,
up
no.
if it's an Eagles guy.
Please, Lord, no.
Can we
202.
get a Detroit Lions fan up in here?
202.
Yo,
Tell me you're
what's
not an
going
Eagles
on?
fan.
No, this is DMV George from the chat. What's going on?
What's going on?
Closing out the
Hey,
house. Let's go.
I came here to say I'm not too worried about our defensive line. When you put Tyrone Crawford in replacement, you're probably losing like maybe like 3 or 4 tackle for losses on the year. So, I mean, and then when you put in the rookies, it's endless potential there. So you actually don't know what you're going to get. You just know you're going to have a good rotation, and it's going to be a balance at that position right there. So I think I'm way more concerned with the offensive line, in my opinion, because I think.
Why concerned about the offensive line? Yeah, go ahead.
So how everybody's saying we have all this talent on offense, right?
Yep.
We have CeeDee Lamb, we have Michael Gallup, we have Amari Cooper, Tony Pollard, Zeke, Dak, Blake Jarwin, everybody. We had the same talent last year, except we didn't have CeeDee Lamb, right?
Well, we didn't have
Last
CeeDee.
year.
We didn't have CeeDee Lamb, and we didn't have Jarwin get majority of the snaps. But yes.
Yeah, but still we have a Jason Wood. We still had Jason Wood in that because that didn't. He never threw the game away for us. You know, he always played his role, and that was consistent. So I think even though we have Blake Jarwin there, it's not going to make. I mean, he's going to make a big difference splitting the middle of the defense and splitting cover 2 defenses. But I think our offensive line is. I think we're going to struggle. The only way we could struggle is if our offensive line doesn't play good. It's like I think that's a strong possibility that that might happen, because if you're hearing the reports from training camp is that the defensive line is winning.
So you think it's a high chance, there's a likelihood that the offensive line struggles?
I'm pretty sure the offensive line is winning. Because I like Tyrone Smith, right?
Yeah.
I like Tyrone Smith, and behind him, who do we really have?
Well, that's depth. You know, you're talking about the depth, and I agree. I'm not a fan of Irving being the swing tackle. But what about the starting offensive line? Are you concerned about
the injuries are going to happen? I guarantee you, I will bet any amount injuries will happen to
probably
either
Tyrone,
Leo Collins or him on this offensive line, and we're gonna struggle immensely. I guarantee it. Because
let me add something to you when you get finished with that on the offensive line. Go ahead, though.
So we could say we have all this talent, but we had talent last year. We were probably the top 5 most talented teams with an 8-8 record, and I feel like we were losing.
And you know why?
Zeke.
Coaching.
Why?
This is what can help you when you have. This is what can help you if you don't have this amazing 2014, 2016 offensive line. Hey, our left tackle's out. We might want a game plan for that. We might want to get quicker screens. We're playing a blitzing team. We might want to get the ball out of our hands. We might want to run the opposite side. Like having a coach that has common sense to adjust will help with that, wherever there's a deficiency at, right? And I'm not saying it's a guarantee that it's going to make a difference. Like if Lyle Collins and Tyron both go down again, right? Of course it's going to be different. But we put up 30-something points last time one of the times Tyron and Collins went down. And that was without any adjustments. You know what I'm saying?
You talking about the Green Bay game?
Yes.
That was a shootout. I mean it wasn't even a shootout. They were kind of like resting starters because we were down so much.
They weren't. That's a false.
I'm a Cowboys fan. I think I'm not saying that we didn't earn those points, but at some extent we put up 30 points, but that was off of some bailouts, like when Dak just threw it up in the air and it became a highlight for Michael Gallup, and he got it was almost a pass interference, but he somehow caught it. Like that, at some point, those type of plays were luck. But I mean, at the same time, I think the team, this was going to separate us from being a good football team and being a great football team is going to be the offensive line execution. Because, like, if you see teams like the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs, the Rams, these teams, they don't have a great offensive line.
Yeah, perfect. Name me a Pro Bowler outside of Schwartz on the offensive line for the Chiefs.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. I'm saying, look. I'm saying, with our offensive scheme, like we have Dak take out shotgun. We have him take 1 or 2 steps. He's a statue right there. I think if we have offensive linemen go down, he's going to get lit up over and over again, even if we get the ball out quick, you know?
Well, let me ask you this, though. So you got Joe, who is a fantastic offensive line coach. But I got to say this with the offensive line talk. What makes an offensive line a bad offensive line in most of the cases, caller?
Execution, probably.
Execution. Communication is one of them, too, right?
Yeah, communicate. And, again, we have Joe Looney. I don't know if he's going to be making the calls this time or is it going to be Zach Martin, but I feel like if we're going to take that next step, it's going to have to be Joe Looney making those calls.
What if I told you that this year is a unique year, that communication would not be a problem? There's no crowd noise. 9 times out of 10, when the offensive line go on the road, you see a lot of flaws. You see a lot of false starts. You see a lot of plays that the protection, the line is not being able to be protected right. The mic is not pointed out right. The shift of the lineman is not right. This year, there will not be participations from the crowd, so the crowd noise will not be there. I think the communication will still be established, and I think that the rapport that Joe Looney got with Dak Prescott is still prevalent. So all of these things, whereas a bad offensive line would normally have problems on the road, will not exist for 2020 because there's no crowd noise. And I think that the communication line will still be on point. And the way Coach Joe coaches, this offensive line will be okay for what we got.
You know, I get your concern, right? Because we don't have depth at tackle, really. I totally understand that, but do you realize we went to the playoffs and went 10-6 with Tyrone Smith missing 3 games, Xavier Silafilo playing like 4 games, Connor Williams, an undersized rookie, Joe Looney at center. You do realize they went to the playoffs with Jason Garrett as the coach. I mean, Mike McCarthy, Joe Philbin's here, and we've got, in my opinion, I like the cat from the center backup we got now. Are we lessened because we don't have Frederick? For sure, absolutely.
I don't think we are. I don't necessarily think we are though, because like Joe Looney is a veteran that on any other team he would probably be a starter, or he just had to be behind a Hall of Fame Travis Frederick. That's in my opinion. He's not a bad center in my opinion at all.
No, I'm not saying he's bad, but I mean he's not as good as Travis. Even Travis,
he might be as good as Travis last year because Travis last year was not regular Travis.
He still was better than Joe Looney, fam. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing?
So I'm not saying he wasn't. I wasn't saying he was. I'm not saying he's better. He's not better. But I'm saying Travis last year. I can see how Travis last year kind of held us back a little bit, even though we had that communication.
What did you say?
He wasn't the same last year. Travis Frederick wasn't the same.
Gotta choose your words, man. You said Travis Frederick held us back?
Not held us back, but like it wasn't the same.
Right. He was.
He may not have been the same, but he was back.
He wasn't all pro Travis, but he was better than Joe Looney.
Yeah, he's still better than Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know because like how he said the reason why he retired is because he said his body was hurting way more than it used to from his
there's
his condition.
But there's film, right?
Yeah. Go ahead. But he never mentioned that his body was hurting. He just said he didn't play up to the level that he expected himself to play at. And then when you trickle all of the stuff that's going on now, I don't blame him, especially due to this virus that's going around. I just look at it like this. Yes, he made it to the Pro Bowl or what have you, and of course his numbers wasn't there like he felt like they were supposed to be. But Travis Frederick is still nobody to sneeze at.
Travis Frederick was better than Joe Looney in 2018. Period. We were sacked 50-something times in 2018. 58. We were sacked like 28 times last year. Joe Looney got his ass whooped in the playoffs. I ain't never seen Travis Frederick get owned like that since his rookie year against Don Terry Poe.
Getting tossed like a rag.
But I don't want to get too far from your original statement, which is you believe this. It's likely that this offensive line will struggle. Because I agree with you on this one in the sense of if anything's going to hold us back on this offense,
It's going to be the offensive line.
it will be if the offensive line underperforms. You're under the assumption it will.
I think it will. Either I know
that's concerning.
Probably for sure at some points in the year we're not going to have. I don't think with our offensive line now we're not going to have a dominant run game. I don't think we're going to have that anymore.
Man,
I just think the communication is going to be better.
You said we're not going to have a dominant run game any longer.
You know,
I know. I think when we run
think we're
first
spoiled.
because we have a top 5 running back and a top 3 running back in Ezekiel Elliott. But I think I don't think we're not going to dominate. We're not going to dominate like we were dominating in 2016. Even 2015 when Romo was out, how our offensive line dominated.
The offensive line was okay on 2015.
Okay, here's the thing. Your points. You're almost there. Like I feel you. But I think we're just missing that. I think as Cowboy fans, we're a little bit spoiled. You brought up 2014. We bring up 2016. We're used to having all these all-pros. We're used to having these big names, right? We're used to Great Wall of Dallas offensive line. Name me all the Pro Bowlers on the Ravens offensive line. Don't worry, I'll wait. Name me all the Pro Bowlers on the Chiefs offensive line. They got 4 or 5 of them just riddled over there. Don't worry, I'll wait. Name me all the offensive Pro Bowlers on San Fran's line. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Look. The
you know what the difference is? You know what the difference is? Coach.
What is it?
Ching.
Coach. Yeah, I do. I agree with you on that because with the Chiefs, they don't have a good run blocking offensive line, but they have an excellent pass blocking offensive line because how far Patrick Mahomes drops back and all the whole defense stays in front of him.
Why does Patrick Mahomes drop back that far?
Because he has the arm talent and his coaching.
Boom. I mean, but that's what I'm trying to tell you, man, is that
I agree with you with the coaching.
Coaching can mask these things, and we saw that our previous regime did not. I'm not saying this one will 100%. I'm saying I believe in my head coach more than I believed in the other one. I have to see him not do it before I see him do it. That sounds funny, right? But I believe that he will adjust more than our previous one did. Our previous coach did not care who was out there. We literally did the same exact things. That is a recipe for disaster. Go back and watch the Jets game. That got killed because we did not adjust to a blitzing team. Do you think Mike McCarthy is going to go out there and continue to run 5- and 7-step dropbacks against Greg Williams with his 2 right tackle and left tackle out? I can't see that happening, man.
I think we'll be better at adjusting, but I still at some point we're using the same playbook basically with different terminology. But not the exact same playbook, but it's only so many different ways you can differentiate concept plays, So I think at some point,
scheming plays so much.
Scheme matters. You can't just say there's
like the 49ers offensive line, right? You know, would you switch the 49ers last year offensive line with the Dallas Cowboys last year offensive line?
But I switched the offensive court. I switched the coach.
You switch that coach. It's just schemes, man. That's just what it goes and boils down to. And nobody crying about the center for the 49ers right now. Whoever he is.
I feel like we're going to run a similar scheme, though. That's the thing. I feel like we're going to run a similar scheme, but with different play calling tendencies. Instead of running on first down every time, we're going to maybe RPO
But there you go, my guy. You just brought up a coaching tactic right there. Without running on first down. Do you know how hard it is for your offensive line and your running back and your quarterback when they know what's coming?
I agree with you. It's coaching, but at the same time,
I'm not saying it's all coaching, but coaching can help.
I know. I'm saying coaching can help, but at the same time, we don't exactly have
the talent like we used to.
We have Pro Bowlers, but I think we have Pro Bowlers. We have good Pro Bowl offensive linemen, but I think at the same time, I think we're not going to execute as well as we normally we used to. At least,
That's fair point to be concerned. I'm not disagreeing with that one. Great call, man. You drove the conversation here, brother.
Yeah.
All right, thank you. Have a
Appreciate
good night.
You too,
Good
man.
call, dude.
Good call. I'm actually, I like calls like that. Even if I don't agree, you know what I'm saying?
My dog Sean said he's arguing with himself, though.
I was going to say he's kind of contradicting himself just a little. Oh, I done messed up, just a little bit, but it is what it is. I get his original point, and Jay said it too. He was making a point, and then he kind of derailed it a little bit. It is fair to have concerns with the offensive line because Travis retired. You know what I'm saying? Cam Irving is our swing tackle. That's concerning. We don't know about the rookie, Biotish. And do we have that interior guard depth as much as we did? I don't know. I'm not concerned about the starters. I think they can be fine, but I am concerned about the depth until we see it. That is all.
Hey, you know what you need to be concerned about? That 0-1 aspect of them Lakers took, baby.
I never understand how a fan of a team that just lost, you sound like an Eagle fan.
Oh,
there you go.
Whack as shit.
That's what it sounds like. Eagle fans be more happy to see us lose than they win.
Nah,
right.
I don't even be worried about
Maverick fans is more happy that the Lakers lose because they shitty ass franchise can never win.
Well, we're gonna go back to the past. Let's talk about now. Y'all 0-1.
What about now? Y'all 0-1 too. Like, what kind of shit is that?
But y'all first. But we the 7th seed. Y'all
that don't even make any sense. So what? You're both 0-1. We're both 0-1. Congratulations.
Better not lose this first round.
Or what? You're gonna talk shit? Ooh.
I damn sure am.
Okay,
I'll
survive.
tell y'all some bums.
I'll survive, buddy. Be fine.
Okay. Well, I'll still be in your ass because y'all some bums.
Ooh. Cool story, bro, as they say.
It's a great story.
Anyways, man. Thank you guys for being in the chat before it was just derailed. Appreciate y'all.
0-1.
Yeah. You're
just
right.
rubbing it in, huh, James? look, we didn't talk about the Mavs.
That's who cares about the Mavs. That's the thing. Like, no one cares about the Mavs. That's why people talk about the Cowboys and the Lakers. Everyone cares about us.
Yeah, that's why everybody Laker fans because they're bandwagon.
No, there's no bandwagons here.
Yeah,
there's no band. You don't know me back when I liked the Lakers, fam.
Nothing about the Lakers.
Yes. All right, we're not gonna go here. You need time to go to bed. It's past the old man's bedtime. Time to go. Time to go.
Okay.
Time to go.
0-1.
Somebody said we wouldn't be talking about if LeBron. Shit, LeBron wasn't there. Y'all was talking about the Lakers.
If LeBron wasn't there, they wouldn't even be a #1 seed.
Well, no shit.
May not even made the playoffs.
Probably not. They ain't make the playoffs till Bron got back there. Anyway, man, salutations here, Law and James.
It feels good being silver and blue right now, man. I really appreciate everybody, man.
It feels good being
yeah, silver and blue. But hey.
Oh yeah, you is silver and blue.
Jay, you better represent. You better represent my
Law
box
Nation.
over there.
My bad.
No, you talking about my Lakers?
Law Nation.
No, you talking about my Law. You talking about my Lakers over there under the Law Nation name? That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay, man.
My bad.
Shoot, you like Kyle Kuzma?
KFT said play the music.
Right.
Play it. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Share this thing.
Indeed.
Hey. For those who donated, don't forget, man, we're going to have the drawing soon. So just look out for that. I think, Scott, we're going to do like a reveal with a wheel, right?
Yeah, it's a wheel. Everybody's names will be on it. It will spin it, and y'all will see. So y'all don't be thinking like, oh, they just picked the name. Nah, man, we ain't picking no name. It's going to spin, and y'all see it. Yeah, we ain't trying to hear all that.
So if you are in the supporter tab on my Facebook, you'll be entered in. And if you are a member with any of our pages, you get a double entry, basically, an extra entry plus the donation that you made so that you guys can get this wonderful merch or wonderful, what is it, memorabilia, right? From Bob Lilly, Mel Renfro,
Drew
legend.
Pearson.
Drew
The new Hall of Famer coming up.
Man.
We gotta get Drew. Hey, you got Drew, man. Call Drew, man.
Man, I got to call on the show.
Let's get the legends part of the podcast
We
popping.
can get you on the show. We can get you on the show.
All right, y'all know one thing. If I don't press this button, we ain't going nowhere. So let me just press the damn button. TMT said, press the button, Sky. It's pressed, man.
He's a hater.
Shout out to you, Sin City. Sin City going through with us, though. You know how Sin City do at the end. Appreciate you guys, man. Check us out throughout the week. We're going to keep you updated on this camp updates. And keep rocking. Late night hype. Peace.
Yes, indeed, man.